pretty good for a change. I was up a little bit earlier today, so yeah, I think we're good. I think I'm all right. Okay. And a one, and a two, and a. What's up, everyone? This is Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're gonna relax, as we usually do. It's a new week. It's a new day. We're entering the first reset post player housing, and I'm gonna be I'm trying to. After this video that I had just put out, I'm gonna try to hang on this less because what we got from last week's teaser is all we're gonna get for a while. I'm sure. I'm sure it's going to be the last that we're going to hear until, I believe Ian said until like early 2025-ish, something like that. And so January 1st, I will be beating down the doors, be like, no, give me. And I'm going to try not to do that. Or if anything, we're going to try to simmer down. Now that we have, now that we know what we know, we got what we got. I did the best analysis that I could is to, kind of predict and kind of figure out, what are they up to, right? Knowing that I can be totally wrong. And it was actually fun to put together. It was fun to really take a really close look and make some observations and also look around Azeroth as it is right now and be like, oh wow, stuff out here looks really goofy. if you really look out into the world. And it kind of I don't know. I wanted to carry on longer about it, but I ended up cutting it out. It's just kind of fascinating seeing how, in some cases, Blizzard will make things that are to the character scale, but they will totally throw those rules out the window in other instances. And sometimes you'll have these conflicting things like right next to each other. Like if you go to Waycrest Manor, and you kind of get the feel of like what this philosophy is, for the sake of visibility, for the sake of, I guess the ambiance, they'll make things a little bit bigger, knowing that you're not going to really spend a lot of time standing around there and just kind of, let's stop and smell the roses and stuff. But then also there's like smaller assets there that do fit the character's profile. In my case, a blood elf person, but it's like obvious, like there's one shot where I'm standing like next to like some table that's right here, and then and then the wall is like this bookshelf with a lower cabinet, and the cabinet, it's not even a cabinet, they're like people sized, they're like full-sized they're like full-sized doors that you can just kind of walk through, which is pretty wild. 2025 for player housing, yeah, that's the expectation. So at some point we're gonna have like either a beta or a PTR for it. I'm gonna presume a PTR because I'm under the very, very strong impression we're going to see player housing be a thing before the expansion goes live. And that there is going to be like it's funny, like people are like, no, we can't have, we're not going to have a season 4, but we are going to have the mob remix. And that to me that makes no sense. Why wouldn't they do a season 4? Like, help me out, folks. For those who feel that way, like I get how people feel. Oh, they don't want to feel like they have to go into like another like rotation of raids and all that stuff. They're tired of it, whatever. But if we are going to get a Legion remix, which basically means we are going to get a lull, we're still gonna have a few months. You'd rather have nothing? No, under the assumption that nothing changes. It's not like, oh, instead of a remix, instead of a season 4, you're gonna get this and this instead. What if you got nothing? Do people really like prefer that? Because to me, it kind of speaks to that particular player's self-control. Like, you can't just stop. You can't. Maybe it's a social thing. Maybe it's because those folks are like, oh man, my guild leader is going to make us do this and that and whatever, which is a choice. They can decide to tell their guild, yeah, we're not going to stop raiding, there's no break, we're going to do season 4 as well, rawr. So maybe that's a thing. But I'd like to hear from folks and see what they have to say about it. So today we're going to do good old transmog runs. Still trying to get all them shields. I might be dropping by like some other raids too, just for the fun of it. But of course, I got to stop by Ulduar first. Yeah. And this is a sponsored stream. At some point, I'm going to kind of like put on the brakes and then talk briefly about the folks that are giving me a bag, and in exchange, well, I'm going to order food. So you get hungry at some points, I get hungry too. So why not partner up with someone who provides something that we're going to need anyway? Let me read chats. What's up to Dokeef? You're the first person to say hi as always, almost always. What's up to Darth and Jerry and to Neeb, to Peter, to anybody01. Hey, what's up? What's up to Caldane and Shropshire Eddie, to This Is My Channel, and to the rest of y'all, the beautiful digital smiling faces who are going to be joining us today. I still don't know why there's no sound from that. That's very annoying because I can hear sounds from other stuff, but not the Brutosaur song. That's annoying. Thank you, Arcadius, though. Thank you for 8 months. I hope you have a good day as well. Mages and Mentors, hey, what's up? Let's see. Now to read chat. Hey, Soul, hope your day was good so far. I want to ask you, if you ever feel bored about WoW, how do you cope with it? And when you go back to WoW, is it as good as before? I've never taken like a real break from the game. I would say that I get bored all the time. You know, or I'll feel like I'm out of things to do. You know, and part of what makes me enjoy WoW is that despite me being a content creator, despite me streaming and all that stuff, I don't play WoW as much as you think. I don't play as much as you think. I'm a raid logger, just like my guild, and I run the raids, and I run the guild, and I'm a raid logger for the most part. You know, I'll do my things, I'll do my little collection stuff, but I'm not the type who's going to be like for example, like I want this shield from this raid, and I'm still fooling myself into thinking it actually drops. Now I could use every alt that I have and run this raid all day. I can do that. I choose not to because I don't want to go insane. I don't want to burn myself out. That's kind of like the biggest tip that I can offer to folks. Don't burn yourself out on this game, on some other game, or whatever. Don't let yourself get caught up in those loops, because then you're just going to end up miserable. You don't want to be here, you know. And if I feel my guildmates are feeling like that too, like I don't want them to feel miserable while they're here. They're just going to drag everyone else down, and then they're going to feel miserable. You know, no one wants that. Not for you, not for me and the team, or me, whatever. So yeah, I prevent myself from, you know, I like I said, I do get bored. I'm like, I don't feel like being on. I'm going to play other games, and that's it. I'm just going to play other games. I play a lot of Survivors kinds of games, like Vampire Survivors, and you know, there's tons and tons of offshoots of it, because I just want to turn my brain off. I just want to play a Survivors game, and then turn on my late night stuff, and then watch them talk about the country and be like, oh my god, I'm such a bleeding heart liberal. And that's it. You know, just do other things, keep yourself entertained. Sometimes, you know, turn yourself off from it and all that. The other thing too, you know, and outside of that, like I give myself small goals. I try my best to not give myself like overwhelming tasks and goals. Like I want to get all the shields in the game. That's still a daunting task, but at least it's just like shields. You know, I could tell myself I want to collect everything. I want to 100% the whole goddamn game. But that's a lot. I think mounts are also a lot, because mounts are a very central thing. You know, they're a very exciting thing that people like jazz over and all that. But because of that, there's, you know, lots of hoops, or there's lots of RNG or costs, you know, gold costs and so on and so forth. And that can get frustrating too. You know, and yeah, it's a lot of little mental things that you kind of do for yourself to keep your insanity. Like, I accept the fact that I'm not going to get everything in this game. Sometimes I'm going to be too slow or not skilled enough, and I won't be able to get things, and then for whatever reason, they'll go away. And I'll settle that with myself very early on, and when it does go away, I'll watch social media being like, rubble, 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 how dare Blizz, I was trying to farm for this thing with all 500 characters, and this is attempt number 1,700. I'm like, dude, like y'all got a grudge, you know? And that's, it's a choice people make, and I'm not going to tell people don't do that, but I am going to point it out to people like, I'm going to point out the consequences of that. And then they got to decide if they want to keep going with that or decide to, change up their routine or change up their attitude over it. So I do feel bad for folks that fall into those traps because there's no talking people out of it. You don't, people who hear someone else try to lecture them, well, you shouldn't be doing that and blah, 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 blah. It makes them feel even worse. And that sucks because folks want to help them like get out of that trap. But I don't know how. I don't know how to do that. Or, when I try to, it just don't work. So the best thing I can do is make an example of myself. And if I genuinely am like, oh man, I didn't get the thing. Oh, well, I've learned to get over shit really, really quick. Yeah. Ask all the women I've tried to date. I get over stuff really quick. Rejection? Nope. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't get rejected. Oh, man. Have you seen some Mythic Plus streamers crying about Delve rewards being too good? What are your thoughts? Wow. Welcome to... That's like an August conversation. Yeah, absolutely. I did hear people early on about it. And we've heard some of that being echoed from the recent interviews with Ian and Dave Khaled. I'm pretty sure that name was totally wrong. Yeah, a bunch of interviews that Ian did, and part of the conversations talked about Mythic Plus and how getting those kinds of rewards, there's that conflict. It's Delves is a new thing, right? Delves are a new thing. They change things up. Just like Mythic Plus was a new thing, that changed things up for raids, and that caused a lot of awkwardness that persists to this day. Even before this season, the strat, the meta was to do keys. Hey, you want to raid? Do keys. Get gear, nice and easy, and then you'll get the gear that you need. And you will outgear the raids, and you'll be fine because you don't need anything from the raids. And hopefully you'll actually know the fights, and there we go. Delves are doing doing that same thing. So it's like, how does it feel? So the raiders are like, yeah, this is nothing new. The Mythic Plus people are like, what? And then the raiders are like, what? Oh, so now you know how it feels. Whatever. You notice that the raid people, they're not tripping as much over this because they're used to it. They're used to, once upon a time they were the only game in town. That was how you got the gear. That in PvP, I guess, but that was the only game in town. And so something new came along and people were like, oh shit, oh no, my worldview, it's being challenged. And it's okay, but we're gonna see these growing pains and reactions to it. Yeah, we can say that Delve rewards are too good up to a certain key level, because they are. Minus the trinkets that you get or the itemization, stuff like that. But then once you get to that certain level, then you dive into keys. Now, I think what a lot of people run into, and I got to admit that I don't do keys, so this is kind of speculative, but it's what I've observed from people's critiques and stuff. People are jumping into when they're jumping into keys, they're not exactly going, okay, let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. They're doing delves and then getting gear and then going straight into whatever gets them the next best gear, and that potentially causes some conflict. Meanwhile, people who are going through the motions and doing key levels 2, 3, 4, 5, they're gearing slower, which doesn't feel great. but they're probably getting more experience with doing the keys because they're kind of learning as they, they're kind of learning as they go. Take these people and you're going to run into like some weird conflicts. What I'm going to run into eventually, like assuming that 1107 comes out in a month. Actually, no, it's not even an assumption. Holy cow. It's going to come out December 17th, if I recall correctly. When that comes out, excuse me, when that comes out, that's when I'm going to start gearing up for keys. Because I've yet to do a key. I've yet to complete all the dungeons on Heroic. Because I don't need to do them right now. It's not a big deal. I got my AOTC. I met my goals. So now it's like extra credit time. Now it's time to like farm for Transmog, get myself. What's that? I got leather. I got, get myself KSM. To me, that's extra, not part of the game. Not part of my main thing, I should say. Puddle, thank you. Thank you for 53 months, dude. Appreciate it. It feels well as impossible 100% to 100% everything because there's way too much things in it. Blizzard might need a reset or an update of all the old models or heighten the drop rates. I don't think it's necessary, Sharpshare. Some people do feel like, oh, they got 100% everything. That's how you beat the game. I respect that. But boy, you're going to be in for a ride because WoW is a train and it's laying down new tracks like on a regular basis. So you're constantly like kind of like fighting it. Oh, I finished. Yeah, you finished for a month, but wait. Just wait, So I feel like that's kind of a setup for pissing yourself off and wearing yourself out too, because you're constantly chasing that 100%. For me, it's more like at the end of the day, where am I at? That's kind of how I look at my goal setting. Where am I at the end of the day? Ooh, did I incrementally climb a thing? I did. Cool. It's not like you lose gear in this game. Oh, that'd be awful. Oh, my gear broke. I gotta get replacement gear. That'd be awful. I'm probably bad at the game and I still miss 50%, 60% of stuff, probably since I'm super casual and no friends in game. That's, well, think of that though. You just said we have no friends in game. And, well, that kind of sucks. But, since you're conscious of that, what are you going to do about it? Do you want to do something about it? I think that's an important kind of mental health question to ask yourself. Like, if you're like in, this applies to like almost anything in life. Like, if you're in a situation and you know what situation you're in, and you want to change it, hey, cool, congratulations, you kind of at least identified that, hey, you have a problem, you're in a situation, you're in a, whatever, you got something going on. But what are you going to do about it next? You're kind of like, you're kind of getting there. You've realized something about yourself. Now it's the question of like, do you want to change that up? Do you want to change that situation so it can be potentially better? Coming back to here and WoW and, not having anyone to play with and stuff. Like, guilds are not easy to... finding a guild that you really enjoy, it's really hard because that's hindsight. You need to be in that guild. You need to, you do need to kind of like invest yourself into it. You do need to kind of open your heart to it. And there's a risk, You don't carry that same risk when you're just pure pugging. And my inventory is full. Wow, why did I start my day like this? That's terrible. That's bad. What the hell do I have in my bags this time? Oh, okay, I got old ass recipes and garbage and Bruja and God knows what. Oh god, I got old tokens. I don't need that stuff. That's fine. Oh, I got Raid Finder keys. Oh, sure, I could buy some Transmog. Hell yeah. Anyway. Let me read chat in better order right now. Let's see. Apparently, the roadmap had to be updated because of the Homestone logo. That was funny, right? I mean, it was obvious, but it wasn't 100% clear, and I didn't like that. It's like Blizzard, you're almost there, and God, I swear, every time, guys, I do this, I go through the wrong door. I was like, come on, Blizz, just don't. I know what this is. A lot of people know what this is, but I'm tired of people asking, what is that? What do you think that is? Oh, it's a damn house. It's the goddamn house, Hearthstone, something or other. And I guess they kind of caught wind of that. But then I also heard something about how that symbol, it kind of looks like some reference to pedophiles or something like that. I'm like, good God, they have a symbol too? Jesus. I thought you'd figure that they would have like no symbol. You know, like it's got to be a secret handshake or something like that. Sorry that I'm trying to make that funny, but yeah, like why the fuck would they have a symbol? That's a dumbass idea. Yeah, anyway. What mount is that? The one that I was just using. That was surfboard. It was the pearlescent goblin wave shredder. That came from the trading post, and it cost way too much. But I went for it. The way they did Season 4 was not fun, and that's mostly MO for the areas of open world content and raiding. The content wasn't different enough from what it was in the seasons to be fun. The raids weren't different at all. They just rotated right, nothing special. I guess the thing though, Keith, is like I guess, you know, it's okay to not like that. Just like it's okay to not like any raid season or whatever. But when we know we're in the lull, when we know that there's otherwise nothing that's going to happen, should they do nothing instead? Because that's the argument that I'm seeing being posed, and that seems weird to me. It's like, that's cool. Like, if you don't like what they have, just, you know, yeah, cool, don't do it. That's it. Let's see, I haven't had that feeling since Zoom Valor. I really enjoyed Delves as a replacement for Mythic Plus. I get social anxiety in Mythic Plus, and Delves are more comfortable. Yeah, like what's going to be kind of wild is when I start doing keys, there's a fair chance that the people I'll start doing keys with also are just starting to do keys, and we're like at the you know, the final third of the season. So it's like, get your shit together. At least we have gear, right? I'm at 620, 621 now. Ooh, nice. You know, at least I have gear. I have that to help me out with. But then otherwise, I have no experience with any of these dungeons. Well, outside of the God, what is the lineup? Sorry, I've been playing this whole time with one hand. Okay, so I don't know what Stone Vault is. I know Necrotic Wake. I've done lots of Dawnbreaker and Follower dungeons. I've done Siege of Borealis maybe 3 times ever. Mists I'm kind of familiar with. Grim Patrol is a big throwback. That'll be interesting. City of Threads I barely know, and Arakara, yeah, I also don't really know. So that's going to be a trip. Mercy to those who come with me. I'll be like, all right, let's jump in, and we're gonna go straight to 7. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna go straight to 7s. I'm gonna have 2s. We're gonna start with like jack shit for keys. But I'm waiting for 1107 because I want to get that stupid ring, and then see if we can just smash. That's the plan. Well, it makes you sad. I got a myth chest that when upgraded will put me at 630 for raid, or a helmet that'll put me at 629. Oh, the horror. I ended up getting Transmog. I got Transmog feats. But I gotta wait. I'm probably gonna hold on to them until I have enough gildeds to that I don't want to spend gildeds on anything else, because I would only be getting the gilded for Transmog, and that's it. Or I would be spending gilded for just Transmog unlocks. It's not even gear, because what I have right now is crafted. And I don't want to replace the crafted gear, so it kind of sucks. Let's see. It feels like it's coming from a place of elitism. Like you don't play the content I like, so you shouldn't get any rewards. We see that a lot. You know, we're as gamers, we have this inherent selfishness. It's like, oh, this is content I don't care about. They shouldn't have it in the game. This is stupid. They should cater to me instead because I am the most important audience, in WoW. And that, hey, that's a fair take, right? If you don't like something, you're not gonna care for it. But then you see this big investment into it, like you're gonna get, you might get mad. So, some people are just wired like that. Other folks are like, hey, cool, more people are gonna be able to play the game. Like otherwise, I'd be like, why are they investing so much into Classic WoW? This is stupid. Or WoW Classic, whatever. WoW Classic is dumb. They should just focus on, on modern or retail or whatever. But, nah, I don't have the bandwidth to care that much. As long as, they keep charging through with things that interest me, then I'll keep playing. I want to get AOTC, but I'm too nervous to get into groups, which makes it harder to learn the mechanics. Lol. That's fair. How do you get that experience? You got to get in. How do you get in? Get the experience. What? Damn, dude. The one thing to trust, though, like, especially, again, during that third, during the third and final leg of the season, it may be easier to get into, like, some AOTC groups. I would recommend Perky Pugs. Perky Pugs is a Discord channel that helps people get AOTCs. I'm not sure if they're, like, all in with like helping people out with that yet. They might be waiting until later. They definitely help out with that kind of stuff for like the purpose of like those guaranteed heroic mounts. That's a big deal for them. WoW Made Easy may do the same thing. I haven't checked in with them in a while, but I know they mostly focus on keys. So there are communities out there, but you also got to take that step and stick your neck out. Because that's what these social games are ultimately. Sometimes at some point you got to be brave enough to take those sorts of risks, and sometimes it's gonna let you down. Sometimes it'll be disappointing. I'm thankful that I'm thankful that I'm so weird that I don't like dealing with strangers, but I will try to get people in guild, and all of a sudden, if you're in guild, you're family, and then like, yeah, let's go, let's help you out, and blah blah blah. Like my mindset like totally changes if you happen to be in the guild. You should get the 36 profession bags that were added in War Within. They can hold things other than materials, and you're capped at 2 of them. So you're talking about the Prodigy's Toolbox, which is that thing right there. And then there's another one. There's one for, what's it called? What is it called? Blacksmithing. There's one for blacksmithing too, but that one sucks. That one isn't very helpful at all. Just doesn't feel worth it. But the engineering one's dope. That's a good one. I mean, you seem like a super amazing YouTuber who I like to watch when you make videos. Have an amazing... Thank you, dude. Thank you, Sharpshire. Or Sharpshire. I was trying to soften it being like, oh, Sharpshire. That don't sound right? Mythic Plus is problematic at the moment, and it's only getting worse at the moment. I feel bad for Mythic Plus folk. I feel bad for Mythic Plus folk in the pug world. More specifically, because they are playing the game, the best way that they can. And I talk about this on the regular. Like, I'll remind folks that Mythic Plus is harder for pugs. But the community has done its darndest, its bestest, to try and create Mythic Plus for pugs. And they're basically trying their best to turn Mythic Plus into the Dungeon Finder. And the current state socially for Mythic Plus is where we're at because of that. That's my observation. I feel like I can kind of like be a person on the outside looking in and being like, okay, this is kind of what I'm seeing, guys. But of course, people aren't going to agree. They're going to come up with like the very anecdotal takes and stuff, and it's up to Blizzard to listen to that sort of stuff. Back when Mythic Plus came out, I was playing all the time, but it was especially anxiety inducing because I picked up a new spec and I'm not very knowledgeable on that topic. Lol. I mean, there are ways that the game tries to offer ways to give you like sort of an onboarding thing with like follower dungeons. Even delves play a little bit into it. Give you a chance to gives you a chance to play your class at a bit higher of a level before you introduce like the social dynamics into it. And then of course, if you want to run heroics, that's kind of a thing too. This is kind of big for PvP. This is earlier than they said by a couple weeks. With a weekly reset in NA, the cap of conquest has been removed. People are like just waiting. They are totally waiting for the caps for what's it called? Crests to be removed too. Yeah, still there. Teleport to the tram? Oh yeah, that's right. There's a thing that goes directly to the tram, and that's it. That's cute. You got Jack and shit fun. Think you only need 5s and 6s to get KSM? Neat. Yeah, and that's all I care for. Once I hit that, then like I'm good. If the team is like, hey, dude, you want to try going for portals? I'd be like, I've never tried going for portals, but sure. But we never do. Hasn't worked out. Because, I feel done, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm good. And hey, season ends soon, right? Helping people in game is one of my favorite things. Am I working on the guest relations quest line? I haven't. I've been totally like, I'm just waiting until it's done. And then I'm going to like slam it in one go. I don't know if I'm going to, I do have some footage, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a big guide on how to do it. I'm probably just going, if I do something, it's just going to be like a very dry, take all the fun out of it. Here's where to go. Go to these coordinates. Next, get back on your mount. Go here. I might do something like that, but I'm not sure. I just got my detective title, but there is still one more crate left. No motorcycle yet? I guess that's what I'm kind of like waiting for. Because then I'll go ahead and do it. I like doing them though. Like I don't want to just like follow some other guide directions and just, unless it's just really, really hard and obscure and then I need the answers, then I'll, give up and go for it. Otherwise, if I can solve it myself, I really want to. Plus plug isn't as people say, but there are some pain points. Blizzard needs to add incentive to the keys beside mists at 8, 9, 10, 11, so tanks and healers are available for other keys. I do wonder to myself, like how much of the how much of the problem is social, how much of it is like the game and difficulty and stuff. Like which comes first? We could say, oh, well, obviously, it's the problem with the game first. If you incentivize the tanks and the healers to come show up, then they'll show up. But I think we've also noticed that sometimes people just really suck. People are just jerks. It's not everyone, right? Like, if you keep playing, you'll more than likely have a better ratio of successes than losses if you just keep going. But of course, we let the negativity we let that kind of linger because that sucks. So I kind of ask myself, for the runs that are good, for those of you who do Mythic Plus, like, does it even cross people's minds anymore? Oh, let me add these guys to a friend list or something, and then maybe we can play again. Or let's see if we can make a static group out of this because we did really well together. But that doesn't seem to be a thing. It feels as if people just have it in their head. All right, cool, we're done. Let's find a new group. Huh? And that's kind of odd to me. Electroglide, hey, what's up? Do I know where the time walking vendor is this week? Well, it's classic time walking, so it's just the classic stuff. So I don't think there is a. I think it's just a vendor over at the anniversary spot, right? Something like that. Any mount? No mount. Okay. All right, so I'm also going to. That's it. It's just Old War. It's the only spot. I gotta do Raid Finder. Oh, I gotta do dungeons. Okay, I gotta do Priory and City of Threads. I gotta kill Captain Dallycry and the Coaglamation. What boss number is that? So if I go to War Within, Dungeons, Priory. Okay, first boss of Priory, good. That makes life easy. And then City of Threads. Oh, third boss. Okay, I'm going to Priory first. This will be, I think, maybe my 4th time doing this dungeon, even on normal. That's not how you queue up, fool. This is how you queue up. Follower dungeons, Priory. Let's go. I mean, there are tanks and heals plenty, but they're only running mists. Oh, they're only running mists. Oh, that's funny. Why is that? I mean, is it because Mist is really easy, or is it because all the other dungeons suck, or a little bit of both? Yeah, because I know for me, like, he's won't be an issue, because I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have guild, and I'm going to set a specific time when I'm available. I'm like, all right, guys, come show up. Let's go. And that's that. You know, so yeah, I'm not gonna be pugging no peoples. That's asking for it. So do I just go straight? I can't go straight for the main person, right? Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see if I live. Because I think I should at least make sure my team live. Well, no, let's see if I can just do it myself. Ooh, oh, they hurt. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. You got the lieutenants. They power up the main boss person like a shitload, right? Okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay, so I'll gun straight for the lieutenants, and then I'll gun for the boss. I'll do that instead. Okay. Miss is easy. The Benin 2 to 2.5k range is spam 8 miss for gilded, and then to reroll your own 8 key to miss, you can +2 for a 10. Oh, right. So you can get that easy portal, I guess. I mean, hey, that's cool. True. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, what is that? That is a card. Oh, do we have? So, are there 4? There's 3 people or 4 people to take out. It's a lot of people. Oh well. Once I get used to this, then shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, for the myth ball. Got it. Yeah, see, even myth track gear, it just doesn't really enter my head anymore. In my head, I'm like, but I already have the best transmog thing, or the Hero 5 gear. Why do I need that? One of the comments or one of the questions that Ian answered had something to do with crests still being complicated or difficult to understand. And I don't know how I feel about that. I find that odd, especially if you're doing lots of keys or if you're just playing the game on a pretty regular basis. Like, well, shouldn't you get used to this by now? How all this works? Like, what is it that still confuses people about how that stuff works? Because people are still calling for hey, we need to just have one currency or one crest or whatever. But that's tantamount to just saying, hey, I just want to run +2s to gear up, and that's it. You know, go back to us requiring rating. You know, a certain Mythic Plus score or whatever, and then, you know, that'll make us eligible to upgrade stuff, and then just let us run 2s, Blizz. That's how we want to play the game, and they definitely don't agree with that. Or they definitely don't want that to be, like, the rule. Woohoo. I think Gilded Drop should be increased based on key level. It should also diminish if you run the same key over and over, so people queue for all dungeons. I think Gilded Drop should increase based on key level. I mean, that's true right now, so I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. But it should diminish, as in fewer crests? If you run the same one, have diminishing returns. Oh, that would be awful. Yeah, because what if someone just happens to have the same key and they do that one? That would kind of suck too, wouldn't it? Oh, is this person? I think this person's like totally healing themselves. Oh well. New to the channel. Hey, what's up? First time caller. What's up, Zach? Your existing Warcraft videos are life-saving. Appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Yeah, my streak has so far gone unbroken since, I think, Shadowlands. I might have had like 1 or 2 breaks, but definitely during Dragonflight, I have not wavered. I have done a Monday video every week for the past couple of years now, which is like, okay, cool, 1. I got the 1. Okay, is this good enough? Did I need to do more? Because I'm not sure if I can. Maybe I can take him down now. Yeah, maybe I only need to do like 1 lieutenant, or like, who's this person? That's a named person. I don't fully get it. If you run an 8, you get 12. If you run a 10, you get 12. Right. I don't know if you should get. Well, would it do that much good to get more? Because, yeah. I'm not so sure if that's like a great enough incentive. Okay, there's like more people showing up. I don't know who these people are. Maybe add gilded protection for the key holder. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm loath to consider changing player behavior like that. You know, to force people to, because we already have RNG on the keys that we get. If we're gonna have some sort of like diminishing return on keys, then we should, by you know, kind of on a flip side, we should be able to just choose the dungeons then. In that case. Yeah. And nothing. Do it again. Okay, I gotta go way faster than this. I'll figure this out. I will figure this out. Put Mythic, let's see, where is it? Put Mythic Plus in LFG, add deserter for people that leave, and get rid of keys. Just make it score. You can't do a 5 Dawnbreaker until you time a 4. I think that would cause intense toxicity. Toxicity is not the word, but the success rate of keys would just plummet. I think it would just absolutely plummet. And you're going to have a bunch of people sitting in town with deserted debuffs just railing. I think that would go... I don't think that would go very well at all. And again, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Blizzard intended to make a mode that was not pug friendly. And the player response has been, we're going to try to make it pug friendly. And we're going to, just grind our faces in trying to make it like that. And we're going to blame Blizzard because it didn't work out the way we wanted to. Meanwhile, Blizzard is like, well, maybe you should make a static team. And community response has been like, no, we don't want to do that. But who's right? Is the community really right on this? And should we basically just have no Mythic Plus, just have a harder dungeon finder? If the outcry is loud enough, it can go that way. But I think we'd lose a lot of what WoW is if we just make gearing just queuable like that. I'm surprised I'll recover enough from the initial shock of seeing that coffee mug to do his Monday video, at least without having a Grand Plaster Dungeon. I gotta lay off at some point, dude. I can't just hang off the teaser. I just can't hang on to that teaser for a year, man. I mean, I do hope. I do hope that, soon we'll start hearing stuff. I do admit though, I feel burned that I didn't get tapped for a dev interview. I was like, oh man. But I think it's because they know they didn't have a lot to talk about player housing, and that's all I'd want to talk about. I'm like, yeah, 11.1.7, whatever the fuck. Yeah, okay, whatever. I hope they at least considered me and then made that call, being like, no, this is why it's a bad idea. At least that. At least give me that, and then I'll feel better. Because I know I wouldn't be a good, I would not be a good choice for covering the patch. Plenty of people try to run their own keys, but if they have a 9, no one signs up for the keys because they are farming 8 mysticisms. So how do you solve that? Obviously, don't start tanking keys. That's, not everyone can do that. Just do that. I mean, it's kind of it reads like mostly a dungeon balance issue, right? Of course, I'm not going to suggest, oh, well, just make mists harder. That'll do it. Oh, wait, what? I was trying to sell stuff. I got none to sell. Okay. Yep, I got problems. And who's this named person? Is that a named person? No. Okay, so I killed one lieutenant person. Can I just go for the boss now? Let's find out. Am I strong enough? So they have 2 lieutenant peoples. All right. So either sit in group finder doing nothing as DPS, or you spend all day rerolling your own 8 to get a mists. Oh shit, that hurts. This hurts a lot. I mean, is it not an option to like be like, okay, I found a tank, and you and I are best friends now. I will roll on your time. Oh, okay, that hurt. Okay, so at least one lieutenant needs to go down. Okay. I wonder if I can like chain the lieutenants, because like there's one person here, and then I can drag them over to that. Okay, let me try fighting this person actually, because I think that one was a little bit spongy, or they were just healing themselves, and I wasn't paying attention. So if I grab like one lieutenant there and then come back and grab this other one, burn those down, then go for the boss, then maybe I should be okay. Or maybe it'll be trivial if I just do all 3 lieutenants at once and see how that works. But I'm probably gonna be alone because like I'm totally gonna like get the rest of the party killed. I just gotta solo these. I played all my 9s on purpose because no one assigns up. Ouch. I guess, one question to ask is, lower keys should be very easy to pug, for people at a certain skill level. And then there comes that time where, hey, you want to get to this next level, you got to be in an organized group. And the intention from Blizzard is to make, is at least, we can disagree on this, but here's my observation. I think they're just trying to make myth gear hard to get across both raids and dungeons. They're trying to normalize that. Hey, it's hard. It's hard to get an organized group for raids, and to do like more than a couple bosses. It's gonna be like that way for keys too. Because I think we can agree that before this, it was way too easy to get gear as from keys. That's what made it like the rule, the meta. People did raids to do people did keys in order to do raids, and then they went back to keys because they were like done with the raids because they had geared those, and keys have a higher scaling difficulty. So in response, the bitter pill is now that's changed, and now it feels that much harder. And people are feeling challenged by it because it's like, what? I can't just get randos and, slam 6s or whatever? Oh, shit. Since I got the detective title, I was able to equip it and then talk to a Dalaran survival in Dorngold. That gave me a new quest to find rats at a rotting fairy ring. That's odd. I bet you get the deep dive interview for player housing. If I do, that'd be awesome. I'm not going to let myself get pissed off if I don't get tagged for it. I'd be like, what? Them again? So the point of adding incentives to run other dungeons and key levels is so that if someone is getting frustrated and getting declined for keys, they can run their own. The point of adding incentives to run other dungeons is so that if someone is getting frustrated, getting declined for keys, they can run their own. I don't know. It's a different conversation about how they've tried controlling how many mobs tanks can pull and making tanking not as fun in keys. Ooh! You see that flickering? It's my video card showing its age. Hold out, stay strong, video card, I believe. Okay, because that person wasn't that hard to kill, so I'll try doing like 2 lieutenants at once, and then we'll see how that turns out. Common advice is run your own key, which is true. It's what I did, but that ends up meaning spending 15 hours doing mists, re-rolling keys. Well, it's hard too. Like when you run the key, I mean, is there like some sort of is there some expectation that, oh, you're expected to be like the smart one, right? Or you're expected to be the person who knows what they're doing. I mean, you definitely have a certain responsibility of getting the right people. So that's why you have people try to get people with the highest item level, the best IO score, and that sort of stuff. And that's where you see some of the friction being like, oh man, I need to. It sucks not being the meta class or the meta spec or whatever. And that's what happens unfortunately, that's what happens in a game like this, where you have to deal with like those sorts of social challenges. I think difficulty is from the content, not from organizing groups, and over time Blizzard had designed the game around that. I agree, getting it should be hard, but getting in there should not. Isn't that kind of the nature of smaller group content, though? Because you have a lot more games going. And because, this is one of those victims of its own success sort of thing. People have the opportunity to pick and choose. You know? Oh, right, I'm in Old War. Forgot about that. Okay, so this time, 2 lieutenants at once. And we'll see how that turns out. Boop. I like the addition of the follower dungeon system. It'd be nice to upgrade it to work on Mythic Plus and give you an idea of what to expect if you join later in the season. Problem with that, though, is if you have, if you're able to do Mythic Plus with followers at a certain level, every level and below is going to be dead. No one will do it because they're just going to do followers instead. Or at least the wait times to get people are going to be like horrendous. That's just going to suck. Okay, so I'm going to try and get in this dude, guard captain, and then go up, and we'll see how well my dudes survive. I don't think they will. I think they're all freaking dead. Okay, so let's try to, here, is this person, and then can I do a good line of sight somewhere, like here, maybe? Yeah, let's see if this works. This is really bad idea. Because all the dudes are going to be dead. They're all coming here. Merity is still somehow alive. Good for you. Ooh, oh, there is an... Oh, was that a... I don't know if that was a... like a pullback? Or was I knocked off or something? Oh, well. Yeah, maybe 2 at once is tough. Oh, rooted. That's not good. Okay, so you know what? I totally didn't think about this either. I'm in this kind of place. I'm sure that there's priests. Oh, fuck priests. Okay, so 2 at once is tough. I do think dungeon difficulty disparity is bad right now. A 7 stone vault, for example, feels like a 9 mists. I mean, it's the difference between the new dungeon versus the 4-year-old dungeon. You know what I mean? So that's I know it sounds like an excuse. That's the challenge that Blizzard faces with stuff like this. Yeah, I think we're coming to, I think Mythic Plus people might be coming to this slow realization and, very angry response, but this slow realization that, Myth gear is harder to get now. It's not just it's not just a given, a normalized thing. But I still agree that, there are issues with balancing and stuff like that, but this as well. God, if only the tank could keep the rest of the... How come Merity is always able to stay alive? Merity is fucking gangster. And that's why she's... Okay, she is not top deeps at all, but, still. I think I need to work on that. I think I need... A final stand's not going to help. Oh, yeah, I don't have any AoE. I don't have my good shield thing going. I could do better. By the way, I'm just trying to go for some, I'm just trying to get a damn shield. That's it, man. Just a shield. It's gonna go great. And I guess getting some scrap is like kind of nice too. Little baby bits of gold, but yeah, I gotta fix this inventory thing. This is a huge problem. What have I done? Okay, so I don't need the champion stuff anymore. I'll hold on to that one for transmog stuff. And then, oh, save me, people. What else? There's some blah stuff. More blah stuff. Blues, yeah, definitely don't need those. Or those. Oh, that's Warbound. Okay, I'll keep that. But some of these things, where does this come from? Zone rewards? Oh, this is just like world quest stuff. Yeah, that's no good. Don't need that. Or these things, I think. No. It's like, yo, no transmog, no go. So yeah, I'm gonna hold down to those. I got 2 things of feats. Oh man. Yeah, no to that, no to that. Haste verse, nope. Nope. Shield, that is... okay, I have a shield that I want already. Right? Right? Yeah. So, don't need the shields. Haste Mastery, Hero... I'll hold on to that maybe. I might drop crit at some point. The time will come. I don't need that one though, or that one. I can't even sell it if I wanted to. No. Forge stuff, and no. Okay, that will help a very tiny bit. What add-on am I using for my auction house? Nothing. I'm not using a damn thing these days. I think I have TSM off right now. I'm sort of in the market for looking for a new add-on that will, 1, track where my things are. But 2, I think I need a separate, because TSM did a really good job of this. I like auto-mailing stuff to other people, or to other alts and stuff. I just want to make like that process easier for me. And TSM has been doing that job for a while now. Mythic gear is still easy to get, arguably should be harder still. It's just if you're tanky or meta DPS, it's business as usual. If you're average DPS, it takes 40 hours a week grinding unless you're content with 1 slot. I don't think it's easy to get, because it involves me doing content that that to me is like totally above my level. Like, I'm pretty sure if, you know, I do AOTC, yeah, maybe I can do 10s. Maybe. You know, I'm approaching peak. Yeah, let's see, what's top item level? 626. When I'm 626, then, you know, I have nowhere to go. But, you know, except for, like, mythic stuff. But I'm still kind of far away from that. Like, I have, like, most of my gear is still 619s, because, you know, the rate of gildeds that you earn is pretty low. I get, like, 30 a week, something like that. Mythic Plus always reminds me why I don't do it anymore. I'm glad it exists for those that love it, but I can't be convinced it isn't miserable, especially in the pug world. Yeah, like, I watch people just hate themselves over this. You know, they're willing to suffer and go through the motions of, you know, grinding through groups and, you know, the good and bad experiences and stuff, as opposed to you know, the investment and yeah, the investment into creating for yourselves a static group. I mean, that is hard too, maybe harder, but it's kind of like when you're doing it through the pug world, you're going in kind of unoptimized by default because you're spending a bunch of time and energy putting a group together comprised of people who you may or may not even care to see again. And why did she reset? Did I even pull her? Thought I did. Yeah, yeah, I think I ranged her or something. Static group schedules change and it causes issues as well. Then it's not a static group. You know what I mean? It's tough, right? It's not easy to get something like that together because, you know, people have lives, yeah, and all that. But you keep working at it, you make it like the routine, then it just becomes the routine. And sometimes I'm of the mindset where, you know, I set my time, and if we can't do the thing, if we can't do the activity, there's no rescheduling. Or, you know, it's not like, oh, can we push this off for a few hours, or can we do this on the weekend instead of Wednesday night? Nope, I can't. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. And we missed that week. I just don't do it. You know, if there's only 4 people that show up for keys on my Wednesday nights, then we're not doing keys. And some people will get pissed. You know, some guildmates will be like, dude, just pug one person. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Nope. I am not here to gear pugs. Because that's exactly what I know I'd be doing. Because that's how my luck always works. How dare they get all the good shit. You know. Let's see. I've met some of my best game friends through pugging keys. Yeah. No, that's how that works, right? People I've met in guild, like, they've become friends for years and years and years. The point is, start building those lasting relationships, and that pays off. You know, it's one thing to know, hey, I really want to get this gear, so I'm going to slam keys and, you know, try my best to get like the perfect group and blah blah blah. And it's another thing to be like, hey dude, me and the boys, we're gonna get together for some keys, let's go. And then at the end of the night, like, maybe you didn't do as great as you woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you're still hanging with friends. And then after those keys are done, you're still hanging out. Oh yeah, I needed to, here, let me change my spec really quick. I know I gotta do like a couple minor things, I think. Skips in Sepulchre and Sanctum still aren't working for all. Use some of the streamer influence to get it fixed. Low. Oh, it's not working? Oh, I thought I saw reports of where they were working. Seems those did a lot to help the players that couldn't get a Mythic Plus group, but they're itching for better gear now that they've outgeared Adele's. Yeah, let them thirst. You know, for those people, let them feel challenged with now introducing themselves into group content. And to that, I would recommend to those folks, if you're not familiar with group content, start easy. Start with normals, go to heroics, go to mythic zeros, and then just slowly work your way up. Don't even think about the rewards. If you're basing your progression and how you want to go based on rewards, you're going to be in for a huge disappointment, I think, unless you're like that skilled. But you got to at least like start learning the dungeons, and of course learning how to do dungeons with people. Oh, I know, but it's kind of how that goes. Boom, and what's another nice? Oh, I don't have that thing. Okay, what the hell dungeon build is this? This is a weird ass dungeon build I made for myself. Okay, so I don't want that. I probably won't have use of that very much, but I do want Oh. Oh, I have a lot of stuff. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so I don't want that. Boom, boom, boom. Something like this. Yeah, sure. Oh god, I have so few points here. This is the first time I've set up my dungeon spec, so surprise. Not that. I want. Actually, no. I'll pick up that and. Okay, I gotta get that and that, and maybe I'll pick up this. And let's see how that works out. That one. Would this Arden Defender thing be... You know, I've never tried this one. The thing that does, like, thorns and stuff. That might be kind of cool. And then I'll just pick, like, some random shit. I don't know what to pick up here. Boom, boom, done. Cool. Perfect. Perfect spec. Yay! I do like Mythic Plus, but sometimes it's too high strung. I'd love if Blizz did a seasoned mega dungeon with fewer hard-hitting mechanics that's ineligible for Mythic Plus, more of a throwback mindset. So kind of like a... So basically do Dawn of the Infinite again. It seems like they're not going to do that this time around, because 11.1 is going to come with a dungeon inherently, so it's probably not... So it shouldn't really be a mega dungeon. And we're also getting another dungeon in 11.2, which to me is wild. I think that's kind of crazy. Okay, so I'll pull a little slower and more, a bit more methodical here. Make sure I at least tap all these things. And then let's see how they survive. Now you guys are on your own. I did what I could. Now it's up to them and their crazy bouncing shit. I did like Dawn of the Infinite when it came out, though. I thought that was cool. It was like super easy hero gear, but I mean, compared to Delves, even that's like kind of a pain in the ass. By comparison, at least. I had so much fun playing with my wife's nephew, even though it was lower keys and we barely timed them. No, that's cool. You know, a lot of the time we're very gear oriented, and I get it. It's like, hey, that's a very important part of the game, right? Getting stronger so we can take on bigger challenges and stuff. But I think a lot of the time we tend to be fixated on wanting to achieve, like, you know, constant victory. You know, must always be moving up, otherwise I'm going nowhere, right? Mythic Plus has too much shit going on. I'd like there to be a regular dungeon where mechanics are punishing, but it's not DDR. Maybe foster some old school community mindsets around pugging. Delves actually do a pretty decent job of teaching you old school dungeon mechanics and old school pulling. It's an old mindset, but I think I do feel like that's valuable. But the thing with Mythic Plus is, you know, it's of course meant to be challenging, and the kind of challenge that you get, it's, you know, think of a raid encounter. You know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta be aware of timings and boss mechanics and things like that. Mythic Plus is like a really long raid boss with a lot more, you know, you have some breathing room, but overall you're on this constant go because of the timer, and you're constantly engaged with dealing with something. Oh, I went this way. I wanted to go to the right. Yeah, I think the one on the right's like easier, but I guess it doesn't make a big difference. I'm just not healing. Whatever. You just finished the Children's Entertainer achievement. Nice. I disagree. Heroics are not a good indicator. Everything falls over and nothing hurts. I mean, if you've never seen the dungeon, go to Heroics. Nothing might hurt, but you still ought to at least see some stuff first. know the layout, have a sense of like what mobs patrol or pat towards you and don't. If you're going to be standing still doing something, are you going to end up backing into like one of those patrols or into like some sort of some other danger? Those are things that I think those are important things. It's remedial shit, but you got to learn that stuff first. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying oh, you got to spend 3 weeks here to get fully geared in heroics. Once you're used to it, move up. Yeah, use your best judgment, but don't discount the existence of heroic dungeons. Why is my hero talents just 1 line? Oh yeah, did I set hero talents for dungeon stuff? No, I haven't. Yeah, what do you mean my hero talents? I only need grub run from Worm Theory to get the meta. Can you explain how to share the Dawn lockout? I did it on my priest, but when I bring alts in, they can't see the last boss. The roleplay is on the fourth boss. You should, at least in theory. It's what people have told me. Once you're on that last boss, you have someone else in the group, or bring someone else in the group. Extend the lockout, and then go in. Basically a dungeon I can do when I don't feel like doing something with a timer and it fixes. I mean, yeah, like the intro was saying, that's Dungeon Finder. And if you're talking about something harder than Dungeon Finder, then you're going to do 12s. So you can try going straight to 12s, but I don't think that's what you're looking for. Some folks have called for Mythic Zeros to be queuable. And I think we're kind of stepping towards that. I don't have a great input on it, but we're kind of like we're kind of going in that direction too. And no shield. Okay, should I do anything else with this? I'd rather stay Lightsmith because Lightsmith is dope. But I think this is probably fine. Okay. Well, we'll keep trying for the shield, I guess. Like a Mythic 5 or so, minus the affixes and timer. Yeah, about the housing teaser, maybe they tease something other than housing. The warrior coming in is using the outlaw rogue artifact appearance. Maybe more transmog changes in the future. Could be. That'd be kind of neat. I mean, wait. So I can't use... Yeah. So I can't use warrior artifact appearances, as far as I recall. I mean, that's cool. I ain't gonna be mad. That means a paladin can use them too, which would be pretty sweet. When you click on the little... Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay, yeah. Let me show you real quick. About the 1-line hero talent thing. Yeah. Sorry, I was like, huh? What are we talking about? Okay. So, this maximize button right here. This reduces the choice node. This reduces all the non-choice nodes. It just makes them go away. So you only see the choice nodes. So if you're swapping out your stuff, just go ahead and do these. And like, that's it. So like, for example, this one, I should change. That one's fine. That one is... I'll do it to this one for dungeons, and then that one's fine too. Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. I don't want to change Mythic Plus a bit. I like at least one dungeon that is hard without go. Like back in the day, you can wipe a couple times in a dungeon, but the group pushes through together. And after learning mechanics. Yeah, it's kind of like Delves too. Now, when I think about that. You want something a little bit harder? Do Tough Delves. Like, yeah. I think +4s would be fine in Dungeon Finder 2. Okay, are there priests among here? I've not been paying attention to the kinds of mobs that are here. These are all physical damage people. Okay. Mythic plus Dungeon Finder would be a crapshoot for reasons that are too long to detail here. I've discussed it in forums, though. Yeah, like knowing the mindset of Mythic Plus, some Mythic Plus people who are like, okay, meta spec or bust. As soon as they get into a group where they see like, oh my god, it's a bunch of this and that crap spec, and then they'll leave. Fuck the deserter debuff. I'll just deal with it. You know, and they'd rather do that than deal with trying to complete like whatever key level it is. You know, part of the I mentioned this phrase earlier, being a victim of its own success. Part of what sucks about having a lot of people that participate in Mythic Plus is that, or part of the cool thing is that there's a lot of people to choose from to get a group together. The drawback is that there's a lot of people you can choose between from to get a group together. As in, it's easy for people to just pick and choose, and it's easy to get rejected because, you know, a lot of folks might choose that meta spec and people will choose them over you. Even if you know that you're probably better than them at the game because you've done your best to tweak your spec, your class, to be the best that it can be. And that, in my opinion, I'd rather choose a player like that than someone who chose the flavor of the month. Like, I feel like I can trust those people. I feel like I can trust the non-meta spec people a little bit more because they have the balls to queue up and sign up anyway. I mean, that might not work out. You know, there's always that chance where you just have like someone just being like, huh? And they dive in, but sometimes you never know. I hope they change that with housing and the teaser with the board. The rogue artifact would be awesome with the more Mog options. That'd be neat. You know, to me, that's like a drop in the bucket. I'm like, oh, that'd be neat. Like, why oppose it? Long and short is that it would have lower success rates and tanks and heals with high skill players would go back to group finder when the failure rates would increase. Yeah, exactly. Because people are going to gravitate towards improving their success rates. That's why it's hard to sometimes get into a group because you're not the meta spec, or because your IO is high enough, or whatever. And I'm in combat. Oh, Merity was in combat with someone. Sheesh. I don't know where these lieutenants come from. They're like all over the place. Yeah, I'm being incredibly inefficient with this, but oh well. Q would be a ghost hunt in 1 month. It'd be a nightmare, I think. But that's what people want. People are clamoring for it. They want to treat Mythic Plus like that, and well, good luck, I guess. Okay, did that dude despawn himself? Yo, dude, they despawned themselves somehow. I'm like fighting here right in the middle, right on top of their spawn point, and then they just disappeared. You jerk. Yeah, I would. Oh, yeah, and there we go. Dude pops back up like a punk ass. Sheesh. I wonder if we'll have to farm the head Nixie again for for the player housing wall mount. I don't. I mean, if they do it, they do it. But I do have kind of a vision. I do have an idea of how they'll do it. Like I think it's more important to. I think there's going to be like some epic requirements to create like this dragon head vanilla mount. So it's a specific recipe that you gotta farm up all these different materials from molten core, black wing layer, AQ, and blah 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 in order to make this vanilla style mount, trophy mount thing. But then once that's done, then you can hang whatever head that you want based on your history, based on, if you did defeat Cthulhu, then you have a big eyeball you can hang up or something like that. But you're still working towards unlocking it. It's just how much, it's more like how many of these big mounts do you want to make or something like that. So yeah, I do believe that there can and should be like some work that goes into it, but hopefully not something where it's like, okay, I gotta grind a bunch of Blackwing layers for a Nefarian. I gotta grind a bunch of Onyxias for Onyxia. I gotta grind a bunch of AQs for Cthulhu. I wouldn't want that sort of separate thing for it. To me, that sounds really redundant and all that. Why am I so chatty about Mythic Plus? Am I feeling the itch finally? Not yet. I was saying earlier, like, when 1107 comes out and I get the ring, then we'll go. But then people were also talking about, wanting to make it so that it's like queuable and stuff. I'm like, I don't know about that, man. And then, me, like, I'm like, hey, I'm all about making a static group as opposed to just pure pugging and all that stuff. Make friends. That's just a way better experience overall. So at least you're sharing the misery and the victories and all that stuff together, because that's fun. All right. I need to pay the bills now. I'll be right back. All right, so as y'all might have noticed in the lower right hand corner, this stream is being sponsored by Factor. True story, my sister used this service a few years ago, and at the time I was sponsored by another company that does like these kinds of things, and I was like, hey dude, why don't you pick up like this stuff that I'm sponsoring, or that BD2 that I'm sponsoring? She's like, no, dude, I want something that's like ready made. So these are meals that come delivered in a box once a week, and it's just food that you heat up real quick. It's refrigerated, it's not frozen, it's all freshly made and stuff. And what's cool is that the promo that we're doing is that you get 50% off your first box. Now, what I was doing earlier is I was trying to game how I can like save some money off of this. So I was like, okay. So I was looking at it, and I can get 6 meals for around, I think it was like 70 something, $80 or so. It depends on your area, right? And you get 50% off of that. So that would be like 6 meals for $40. And I was like, okay, that actually works out pretty well. Because at least the way that I do my meal prep and all that stuff, I try to very carefully calculate how much a meal costs per like thing, and I know I can go really low if I were to go like chili or something like that. But for something that's like easily like ready made and stuff, like that's easy. You know, something like this is like super easy. So my sister was using Factor for a while because she had her business. She was trying to work herself up. She was trying, and she just didn't have time to make stuff for the two kids. And that's why when I made my suggestion, she's like, no, I need like ready made stuff, and this stuff is pretty good. So what I want to do for a second is decide what I want to order, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some stuff, and then next week we'll be able to like try some of these things out. And they got some good meals, but I at least want to make sure that I make good decisions when it's time for me and Dee to like make a decision, because she's going to be eating some of this stuff too. So let's see. I like beefy stuff, and I know I saw, oh shit, truffle butter filet mignon. I pronounce it mignon. I'm just kidding. Okay, but then we got carrots. We got like this stuff. We got potato leek mash. That's not bad. So these things are part of what comes in these boxes, and again, like these come every week in like a sealed box. They even have pancakes. Hold on. So almond spice pancakes and pumpkin butter, apple cinnamon pancakes. These are like baby pancakes. Ooh, they got little sous vide egg bite things. I don't know if you've had these before. You know, but what another thing that I used to do, I used to like take a baking sheet, like a cupcake sheet, and then you put like egg and like some other stuff in there, and you have that made in the oven, and then you seal that stuff up, and then that's just like a little meal prep. So they're like little calorie bombs that I'd set up for myself. What else we got here? They got juices. Oh wait, hold on. Chorizo. Ooh. Let me get a bigger picture of that. So if I had to choose 6 things, I don't know if I tend to not have breakfast as much these days, but let's see. So I'm going to try to avoid chicken. Now I'm going to go for like the beef stuff. Okay, so I feel compelled to get like beef. So that with wild mushrooms, that with the potato leek stuff. What other beef stuff? Salmon is a big no. Chimichurri. Oh, but then the shrimp, I don't know. Dee's allergic to shrimp, so I'd probably avoid the shrimp. Cilantro chicken. Give me more. What else we got? Chicken, turkey. Here's the other thing. When I get this box, it's going to be like right before Thanksgiving. So it's going to be cool that we can just take care of like Thanksgiving stuff, as in the shopping and all that, and then we can just come back home and heat these things up. That'll be sweet. Find it funny that HelloFresh makes Factor for those who don't want to cook and make it seem good. I prefer HelloFresh, as at least it teaches people how to cook. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I mean, I did HelloFresh, and I was like, all right, this is cool, but I still gotta do all the prep and everything. Damn. This is definitely something for people who are really like on the go. Like, sorry, I ain't got time for like none of that. And then we run out of room here. So I don't know about the tofu. Sun-dried tomato I like. So I'm like kind of a log for the steak. I'm a log for the steak. The rest of the stuff I'll go, oh no, butter chicken. Oh, okay, that's a win. I'm a huge sucker for butter chicken. There's a place down the street that their butter chicken thing is, I think, like $17-18, and then this is like a fraction of it. And it gets delivered. That's the cool thing. 50% off the box, free shipping. It's definitely worth trying out before you're like, so I don't know about this. But like I always say, don't do it. Obviously, going for these and signing up and getting your first box, I mean, cool, yeah. It helps me out, but don't do it for me. Do it because it's a good-ass deal. Ooh, a ragu thing. Okay, this is something that's kind of that's closer to like my usual meal plan. Maybe not the macaroni, but definitely like just like broccoli, some sort of protein thing. I can definitely see us choosing. Can I just get like 6? Can I just give me like 6 steaks, dude? If I can do that, that'll be sweet. I do the seriously, I do the order now, but my point of contact said don't do it on stream because your personal information will show up during it and you'll dox yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, not turkey. Yeah, if I'm gonna have turkey, I'm gonna have it the way my family sets it up. I trust them more. And then Dee doesn't like salmon. She's not a big salmon fan. Yeah, I'd go for like some of the steak and chicken stuff. Steak, butter chicken. I'd totally go for it. They're sponsoring me for a couple weeks, so at any time, if you feel like it, check the link that I have down below. Whether you're watching on YouTube or over on Twitch, again, it's 50% off your first box if you're a new member, and you get free shipping. That's not bad. I advise going for like the 6 boxes, like something really easy, so that way you can just try. So you can just try it, see what you like. And now I'm hungry, so I'm probably going to torture myself and look at it again before the end of stream because I hate myself. All right, but yeah, thanks for indulging me for a bit. All right. Can't wait for player housing, something to serve as my own fourth pillar, something casual that keeps me attached to the world. Attached is a interesting word choice. I've been wanting something that makes me feel like this part of WoW is mine. This is me. And even though there are other games that do it, even though there are, there's like the Final Fantasies out there, the Lord of the Rings Onlines, and what's the other one? Elder Scroll Online. They have some cool stuff going on. It's just not a word, because of obviously I've put in so much time and so much of my life into this game. I don't want to go somewhere else to build a world that's my own, because I don't really care about that world. I care about this one. I want to have a house that looks like a normal teenager's bedroom that's full of like Sylvanas posters. That would be hella funny. I can see Blizzard just doing all sorts of, they're gonna do whatever. But it would be cool if they did like some weird shit. Like, hey, we're gonna offer like a round of like posters in the trading post, and then you just hang up whatever poster you like. Your favorite characters, your thirst posters, whatever. And then you'll have so what we could have like a bed in the middle of the room, right? And then lined across all the walls, posters of whatever your thirst trap is. Jaina, Sylvanas, Khadgar, whatever. And then next to your bed is a bucket. And that's it. That's the room. That could be your slice of the World of Warcraft. And people will walk in and see this. And then promptly walk back out, be like, thank God that they don't include smell-o-vision in this player housing, because that would have been toxic as fuck. That'd be all funny. Kind of wish there was a Warhammer 40k online. I played the old Warhammer back in the day that was based on the Age of Sigmar, roughly. That'd be kind of cool. I like the 40k universe. It's so... Is grimdark the word to use? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the term, but it's so... It's like this cool dystopian universe that I'd never love to actually be a part of, but it just seems really neat. Have I tried Space Marine 2? It's pretty neat. I have not. I'll wait for it to go on sale. if it's not already. Yeah, once that thing goes on sale, cool, I'm all for it. But yeah, I was introduced to the 40K universe of not by the books. I haven't read any of the books actually. I'd love to someday. But it was the Dawn of War games, the RTS games. It was when I was on a really big RTS kick where I just enjoyed that feeling of watching armies just slam against each other and stuff. I never really played seriously online. I only played Warcraft 3 with a friend, in like versus and co-op and stuff. But otherwise, I just like that universe. It seems hella fun. Not to live in, but just to just to play. That's where the term came from. Oh, nice, cool. Well, I got it right. Yay! Because yeah, it's like, man, just the idea of, hey, we've been sending a distress call to the Imperium, high people for 100 years, and then it took 100 years for them to show up, and now it's been totally conquered by the Xenos, because that's just how jank. I mean, that's how janky like the whole infrastructure is, and also just how big their empire, the Imperium is, that like they just can't do it. They don't have the time for it. But that's where most of my fascination is. It's not really with like the other races and stuff. It's mostly like, ooh, Imperium Man is cool. And then I can just, oh wait, yeah. Okay. So y'all gotta just explain this to me. Like these lieutenants, so I defeat one, and then another one just comes at you. Is that how it seems to work? Because they just like a random rep pally just shows up and tries to take us out. I'm like, all right, well, you're gonna get smoked, buddy. This ain't gonna work out well for you. They hate but love technology all at the same time. I mean, they like their technology, but anything else is they're freaking heathens and shit. What's this guy wearing? Oh, I think he's wearing the male stuff. Is that male stuff? Yeah. See, isn't that kind of goofy? Why is this paladin wearing male gear? I want to wear that. That stuff looks hella cool. All right. Let's see if Talacry resets again. I'm like right here. Heretics, there we go. And then you have like the normal people, the non-space marine people, and they're like so fucking small. I feel bad for them. Yeah, fascinating universe. Very fascinating universe when I first learned about them. Yeah, I'd love for them to continue with the RTS stuff. Yeah, because it was Dawn of War 2. They tried to do kind of like a Warcraft 3 hero class sort of thing where they just focus on smaller squads. I'm like, oh man, I liked having the big ass armies and stuff, because that stuff was like just brutal. Their big old siege tanks, they were just like blasting craters and on the maps and stuff while they're marching through. That was cool. And still no luck. Okay, I'm getting exhausted from trying to get these. I mean, there's other shields too, though. Galebreaker Bulwark, Earthen Nullification Aegis. Yeah, so there's a couple of dungeons. And I can't even say that I'll eventually get them, because I don't do enough dungeons to really say otherwise. Yeah, big bummer. I do need to... I think I still need to make a shield for myself, though. Yeah, and there are other classic shields that I haven't made for myself, so... There are... I'm not familiar with that one, but I know these are like neck shields. There's the garrison stuff that I'm just kind of putting off. And then, yeah, and then there's these two shields here. The technology has to have a soul for it, which means they use dead or lobotomized people and put tech in them. Yeah, that's so fucked up, man. Oh, and here let me go back to town, because it's not like I need to be anywhere in particular. We didn't get a Titan disc thing this week, did we? I don't think I saw it. Let's say. Yeah, I don't see any quests for it. So I guess we're screwed. Damn. Oh well. I can live with it. Let's do other stuff. Let's do some routine-y stuff. Let's see. Is there anywhere I missed? Puddle, thanks for subscribing, dude. I don't think I read your thing yet. Oh, and it's past 10. Let's see if there was any news. Somehow doubt it. Yeah, I'll be a little bit surprised if there's any news this week. I'll definitely be surprised if there's news next week before, during the Thanksgiving holiday, when everyone's probably going to be out of the office for most of it. It sucks. I was going to get really close to leveling my Dornigal to like 24, but then I chose the wrong faction when I completed my dungeon quest. I was pretty butthurt. I was bummed, man. Done War 2 maybe by my first books. I'm not a big reader. I'm very slow at it, but certain books... I thought you read a lot of WoW books, though, right? You boast a great deal of knowledge of WoW stuff, at least, right? Let's see what else happened this weekend. I think it was yesterday when the Game Awards decided, like, on all the nominees, and I'm like, how did they not add WoW to this? So, like, let me pull this up. I feel like WoW got super snubbed for it. So, I'll use IGN. That's good enough. So, Game of the Year, whatever. Art direction, narrative. Game direction. Okay. Narrative, art direction, scoring, music, audio design, best performance. Accessibility, impact, ongoing. So, ongoing game. Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2. I feel like there could have been more here. Like from the looks of it, they only choose 5 games per category. In some cases, they have 6. So, Game of the Year has 6. Game Direction has 6. Games for Impact, that seems to have 6. But for the most part, like just 5. So it's... Oh, and then this is... Oh, that actually needs a bullet point. Yeah, it's all 5. And that's a short list. But somehow, I feel like for an ongoing game, for all the things that WoW has been doing like this past year, I feel like it should bump one of these other games off. Yeah, yeah, it's been years that they've done this. You know, and I saw some community reactions being like, 14, really? Now, I haven't been keeping track, but there's a lot of folks that have been trash talking 14, like big fans who are like, dude, this expansion was really disappointing. The story was a letdown. They didn't do anything new. They didn't try to innovate on stuff. It's just been really stagnant. But you know, that's not everyone. But it's just some of the commentary that I've been seeing. Meanwhile, for better or worse, WoW has been really trying. I feel like they've been trying very, very hard. And again, you know, it's not, you know, not everyone's happy about everything, of course. But the fact that they've gone all in with like single player stuff and accessibility, they're introducing like this huge trilogy of stories. And it's not just today's WoW, there's the classic era stuff that they're continually working on, which counts. I think it counts as the same game. To not have it up here, that seems weird to me. You know, not trying to take away from what Destiny has come out with, or Helldivers 2, when it was like, when people were like really in it. And Fortnite is just a massive, massive game. It's nice to see Diablo 4 on there. That's cool. But with Diablo 4, it's only been a year. And so to have it up there as like, you know, one of the few ongoing games that deserve this sort of accolade, like, again, to not have WoW on there is odd, in my opinion. I mean, tell me why it shouldn't be here compared to some of those other games. I noticed they were laughing at people saying 14 is also up there for best community support, because at least, again, commentary has been like, oh, like community has been tearing itself apart lately, but okay. But it's still up there too. So I don't know. Oh well. Honeymoon phase of Shadowbringer finally ended. Well, there was a whole ass expansion after that too. Yeah, I don't have a good view of like how that community has been going though. But people did seem pretty surprised about it being there for ongoing game compared to like some of the other stuff. Because, you know, 14's an old game. Well over 10 years. I forget how long. But yeah, it's been around for a good long time. But I think, you know, and I hate to do a game versus game thing. I know that gets really cringy really quick, but standing next to WoW, doesn't that doesn't feel like it holds up. It doesn't pass the smell test, the way I see it. If Cyberpunk taught us anything, extended ongoing games can be nominated for Game of the Year in multiple awards. That's a good point. I was surprised seeing that too. I'm like, Cyberpunk, an ongoing game? That's just a game with DLC like everything else. Like, but okay. Like, I kind of look at ongoing games as inherently games that follow the live service model. You know, regular, you know, fairly regular updates, that sort of thing. And not to say that Cyberpunk hasn't been getting that, but I guess, you know. But for a while to not be on there, weird. It feels like I'm very biased. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like WoW really stands out in that category these days. Boop. Yeah, they did release a lot of patches. You know, I played through Phantom Liberty. It was fun. It was fun. I liked it. But when I think of ongoing game, it's hard to not think of like MMOs that have the regular expansion cadence and stuff either. WoW is one of the largest ongoing games. Yeah, like, I mean, I could see it not being in other categories. Like, I don't see WoW or whatever. I don't see a 20-year-old game being Game of the Year. Shocking. But that's why they have their own categories for games that have been running for a long time. And it's not like WoW is the longest ever. You know, EverQuest is still pumping out stuff. You know, other old games, they're still around. But oh well. I think MMO should have their own category and not branch into others. They do kind of step on each other, right? Because like other games could have sat on there too. It could have been Overwatch. It could have been Valorant. It could have been League of Legends. It could have been all sorts of games. You know, I'd figure if they have a longer, you'd figure it'd be smart to have more categories. More categories means more commercials, which means more ad time and all that. So yeah, why not do that? The Game Awards makes money if they have more categories. Not too many, you know. Don't just have them to have them, but to me it makes sense. WoW's gonna get a lifetime achievement, multiple lifetimes. Sheesh. You know, WoW is part of those. Is you know one of those games. And it's not. There's quite a few of them. You know, think of like Grand Theft Auto. Think of EverQuest. Think of Final Fantasy 14. Think of these games as like generational. You know, if you pass that 15-year mark, and you can say that, yeah, like this, you know, this is a millennials game, or you know, whatever. But I saw like there's been plenty of articles and stuff that talk about WoW's 20 years and stuff, and its impact on media, pop culture, gaming, technology, all that stuff. So having a ceremony like this not include them, it's kind of their loss. Did I see the hard one though? Gaming to media adaptation, Arcane versus Fallout. I didn't see that category. RPG, fighting game. Oh shit, my bad. Sorry, gluteus person. Anticipated game, content creator of the year. Salsa Breezy's not up there. Wild. Best esports team. Oh, that's like definitely like who has the most money to give and and donate. Yeah, I didn't see I think I missed that. Independent, indie, community support, ongoing, impact, accessibility, art direction. Is that part of the Game Awards or something else? Yeah, because I'm going through all the categories here. It didn't show up there. Oh well. Oh, dude, is he getting hurt? No. Good. Fallout Show was one of the best game to show adaptations I've seen. I think it was just a fun show. Right? You know, to me, like those kinds of things, they gotta carry themselves as a show as well. You know, something that people have never seen before, and like, are they just entertained? It's like main character's cool, hot, you know. The other dude, the Brotherhood of Steel dude, like at first, like I was like, oh, I don't like this guy. But then you start to, but he like grew on me. So I thought that was cool. Oh, I gotta take this thing out. There we go. Although I still haven't watched Arcane yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. There's like no excuse. I've ended up been watching. I've been watching all sorts of other stuff. Just haven't gotten around to it. Hey Thomas, how's my vault? I got Transmog boots, although I need to upgrade those. So I'm probably gonna hold off for a while until I can get myself like upgrades, or until I have enough gildeds, basically. So that's gonna be a bit, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Or maybe I'll just actually use them. Yeah, maybe that'll be the right thing to do. Twisted Metal Show was surprisingly entertaining. I think I remember hearing something about that. Never watched it. Was that kind of recent? Fun fact, Blizzard's StarCraft assets were originally meant for Warhammer way back in the day, thus the similarities. Kind of funny that, the Marines in StarCraft, they're like such fodder compared to Space Marines in Warhammer. Let's see, I have nearly all the Eternal sets. I just got to get 80 more Bronze Celebration tokens and I'll be done. Nice. I think I'm missing one set. I think I'm missing the Warrior set. Do I happen to have enough? No, I don't have enough. Yeah, I think what I was doing was I was just passively collecting them. I wasn't really, trying to hard farm them or anything. It's just whatever I happen to do. But last week I didn't really do too much. Like, I was slacking off at the start of the week, and then Wednesday rolled around, which is one day, and then the player housing announcement, and then just all my motivations were like totally thrown out of whack. I was still playing and everything, but everything just looks different. Everything just looks different. I almost cried from this week's Arcane, that's all I could say. That was because they introduced player housing too. That's amazing. I'm just kidding, but let's see. Apparently there's a new There's a new achievement that is definitely new called Class Connoisseur, which is to level 1 of each class to max. I'll eventually get there. Yeah. And was that new to this expansion, or was this from before? Because I don't remember that. Class Con. Nope. Okay, not there. Maybe that's... Is that something from the upcoming patch? Yeah, because I'll eventually get there. I mean, we got Turbulent Time Waves coming up, which is cool. I could level up alt, now if I wanted to as well. But I'm way too much of a slacker. Like my Earthen, the one that I leveled up from just getting candy, he's at like 74 or something like that. He's getting there, but I've like just kind of fallen off. I'm like, oh, I'll get to it. Trust. I'll eventually get to it. Oh, it's called Best Adaptation. Okay. Yeah, I still don't see the term, the word adaptation, at least not from this site. Maybe I'm looking at something different. Since this expansion, as I had one of each class to max last expansion, it'll be under Feat of Strength when you get it. Yeah, I think it's just one of those achievements you can't, you don't see it until you hit the prerequisite. So maybe there's like a, get 5 first, and then you get more. Cool. I hope they do something about awakening the machine. Make it a little bit more exciting. It's not even rep I need. Yeah, well. Let's see, 10:39. It's not time for anything yet. Boo. And let's see. Oh, I haven't done World Boss in a while. Oh, and there's like 2 things for like keys. Yeah, let's go to Ashkahet. Yeah, oh, it's all good. Let's see. Class Connoisseur. So here it is. Reach maximum level with every class. Cool. So what do I have right now? I have not much. I have Paladin, multiple Paladins, Hunter, Priest, Warrior. I think I got 4. So I'm getting there. Eventually. Another hard one to cite is best fighting game of Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, which has massive hype and great ratings, but Tekken 8 is Tekken 8. Everyone loves it. Well, getting nominated is already pretty good, you know, for the game to be acknowledged. But I feel like both games are, they're very different on what they deliver on too, right? So I don't think, I feel like either one can win. It's just more of a question of like, who plays what kind of game more, because again, they're different. They seem different. Notice what's not on the list as well. Best mobile game, oh yeah, mobile games. Let's see, let me look at that one too. Mobile game. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the Genshin. These are the Genshin kind of clones, right? At least they look the same. They look and feel the same, just anime hot chicks and stuff. I've tried AFK Journey, and that seems the same. I'd say out of the games, like, this one's the weakest out of them. It's very samey to, like, other kinds of mobile games that offer, like, the same shit. I don't know. Oh well. Did I know it's possible to take Sylvanas in Sanctum of Domination to 1 health? No, I did not. I've only tried fighting her, well, at least recently, I've only tried fighting her in, on Mythic. Do you get her down? Can you bring her down that low in Mythic too? Because that's some damage, man. But no, not really surprised that Rumble's not on there. It doesn't have hot chicks. The kind of gacha that you get from it is like, oh, these are cool figures and stuff. Nostalgia hits and all that, but not like things to fap to. Oh shit. Oh, what the? I don't know where some of these arrows are at all. Sheesh. I guess it's been a while since I've done this course. get rid of the remaining distractions. Woo. Oh, hey, I got a thing. Bronze. Woo, achievement. God, I haven't even tried doing like the golds on these yet. Sheesh. I found that out accidentally when doing the raid on Mythic with an arcane mage. Oh, that one. Because you can stack the covenant ability and just go nuts, right? Oh, this one is full up the bar. I don't like this one though. Can I do other stuff? I'll do other stuff. And I dismounted. Cool. So let's go World Boss. World Boss. Haven't played League since they introduced kernel level anti-cheat as it screwed up some people's computers, but I have still followed Arcane because it's a good story. Yeah, this is like, I have a feeling like these are like not small investments. You know, these are all things that help to build up the release of the MMO. It's going to make a big splash. And hopefully it'll retain people. You know, hopefully hopefully it'll also be a good game. And I'm considered in a group still. All right. Yeah, Touch of the Magi. That's the one. That's the Kyrian one, I think. Whoop. Probably Game of the Year Rebirth, or Rest or Small Time versus FS7 Remake. All those will probably be when in their released year. I still need to finish the first one. I've only gotten so far. It's the good old back, you know, ends up being in the backlog kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, 20. Cool. But I'll still want to do the activities here. So, where to next? I'm going to do these things for keys. You're pretty sure they shell their MMO? No, they're still hiring. What's his name? Holinko was just put out a tweet like a little bit earlier talking about it. Like, yo, we're hiring, we're looking for like some principal game designers for the MMO. I mean, it's still a long way off. You know, it's not going to come out in the next year or so. It'll come out, you know, maybe after the World Soul Saga is over, something like that. You know, the difference between them, between Riot and other possible MMO makers is that they got like a huge ass wallet behind them. And I think and I think, you know, whatever they put out, it's gonna smash. You know, with their opening numbers, it's gonna be really good. But as for its longevity, that's up to, you know, who knows. Ghost Crawler just stepped down, but the base was done on the P3. I have not been keeping good track. I just remember seeing, I think yesterday, that tweet from Holinka about hiring people. Ash is testing the show. It has potential, but it's a long way off, at least 2026. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, all right, this is cool, but You know, like it's. I hope it works out. You know, it's always good to have like more competition, something to make all other games like want to step up. But I probably won't play it. Maybe I'll try it out. If they hook me up with a code, you know, try to invite streamers in, like I'll try it out for that. But I don't know if I'll. Somehow I doubt it's gonna hold my interest for very long. What's up, Phil? Did the deal complete Warcraft depths on Heroic yet? Also, if you did, what do you think of the raid? On Heroic, no. I don't think I'll be able to get enough interest in the raid to do the raid on Heroic. The Transmog ain't great. I mean, that kills a lot of my personal motivation to do it. It's like, do I really want to do it? Yeah, do I want to put them through like a progression kind of thing again? You know, if I hear it's like my expectation of BRD was that pound for pound it would be an easier raid than Narubar. The fact that it started off harder, that did not do the raid any favors at all. For the sake of, hey guys, you want to go back in there? Like they won't forget. They're not going to forget how they felt first trying it. And at least for me, as the, you know, as the raid lead, like I don't feel particularly motivated to bring them in for more progression in a season. Like once is enough for some of these guys. Like when we finally finished when we finished Narubar on Heroic, there were 14 of us, 12 to 14 of us, something like that. It was a pretty small crew. And this is compared to like, you know, the start of the season when we had over 30 people and I needed to have 2 raid groups and all that. And, you know, then attrition happened. People weeded themselves out. We got what we got. And some people did step out. They knew that they weren't performing like as great. So they just wanted to see the team succeed. So some of them were just kind of doing their own thing. They didn't show. And so we got it. And we're going to go back and do it for those other people who missed out on it. You know, we'll eventually go back and do more heroics, because the way that our guild works is we do heroic, we finish it, we get our AOTC, then we do our achievement run, we got that out of the way, and now we just fuck around for a few months. For a few months now. You got the legendary bow from Sylvanas on the Arcane Mage and got it first attempt on a Hunter. Nice. I'm still beyond belief we got housing before this time next year. I know. You know, people were rightfully calling me out when I said, maybe we should start doing achievements so we can get maybe housing stuff now, because it's very premature. You know, we don't know what's going to be. We don't know what exactly is going to be linked to housing, but I'm very, very confident that we're not going to start. Not everyone's going to start at the same level. As in, we all get access to the same stuff at the same time, and we have to all do the same things in order to get player housing stuff. I have a strong inkling, with no basis effect, by the way, but I have a strong inkling that veteran players will just have access to more stuff faster. Somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they'll get access faster. That was another early announcement last year that it and another thing was not going to be worked on. It might be wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure. They're alpha testing at the moment. I'd wait until at least in beta. Their area they're giving us to play in doesn't really have a story. It feels like an endgame zone. We can prog it for alts. Never going to see Breaking Wind for another 3 months. Yeah, Breaking Wind is done. Gobe's done. some other folks. How many more shields do you need to get in every single shield in the game until Blizzard adds more? I'm pretty good where I'm at. There are a couple of specific ones. So like from Wrath, there's one. From War Within, there's some that I need to get from Raid Finder, so I can unlock the additional appearances, from upgrades and stuff. I think if I get the Raid Finder shields from this raid, then I'll be done with War Within, and that will knock out between that and Wrath. That'll knock out all the dungeon stuff, and then there's like stuff to craft. The Delve one's gonna be hard to get. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get this bitch. I just need to do eventually I'm just gonna do a shitload of Delves. I don't know. Let's see. If I pull this up, will it tell me like better odds of dropping it? Because I think this just comes from Zekvir encounters. Yeah, hulking Raptorial Claw. So yeah, I just got it from Materia that Zekvir invaded. I received this when Zekvir invaded my Delve. So let's see. There's no indicator. Okay, so someone got it in a tier 6 Delve. And I know that Zekvir just comes in whatever Delve. It doesn't have to be. I don't think it has to be bountiful. Who the hell's Gope? The Moo? He was playing on Shaman this time. He usually plays a Mythic Monk. I respect the grind of you doing stuff early. Me, I'm leaving it for the hunt when it releases. I mean, these are things that I'm doing anyway. Right? Like, what I was suggesting in the Monday video was really simple stuff. Just do raids and dungeons you haven't done before. That's all. If you've never done Molten Core, slow walk it. See what it's like. Haven't done BRD, or I'm sorry, haven't done Blackwing Lair and all that? Yeah, no big deal. Give it a shot. What's the harm? Yeah, I'm not gonna tell folks. Yeah, you got to do all your artifact power, or you got to do all your Legion stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. That's those are pretty far-reaching assumptions that we can't be sure of. Okay, so I finished this thing, right? So now I can do the. I can turn in. Haha, that was easy. You finally completed Zekvir on thing as a tank in a field. So, oh yeah. Here, let's try it since I'm here. Let's see how it works out as a tank. I'll just go in as this spec and see what happens. Might be fun. Yeah, because I haven't done ever since I finished Zekvir on. I don't think I've tried killing him since. So yeah, let's see what happens. I'm gonna get fucking smoked. Hella fast. Yeah, I totally don't remember how the fight goes. So I'm going as tank this time. I did this as rep before, so I'm going to want to probably have him. Well, for now I'll have him deeps, and then yeah, it's gonna go great. It's gonna be great. Spit dodge just destroys you. I mean, you can kick one. I think Brand attempts to cleanse another. All right, so I have 10 more. I have about 10 more item level than I had before, I think. Approximately 10, maybe less than 10. But yeah, I'll just blind pull and see what happens. Oh, I can't have that there. Let's see, it's for generating carapace that I care about, I think. Can I kill the egg? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Ah! Failed. Oh, and I got hit by the thing. Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to try the egg again. I don't know, I didn't even see where it went. Oh! Oh, see? I always get caught by that thing. I'll try one more. One more. And I will attempt Templar. I have not done Templar in forever either. So which one will I do? That one. That one. All right. Just one shot. Just one shot. If I get it, it's a goddamn miracle. So 45 seconds. Is that thing gonna pop in 45 seconds? Let's find out. So I gotta avoid like those stair things. Like those are the worst. Oh, this that calls it early. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, I shouldn't have popped that. That was a big mistake. Yeah, look how sad the damage is. Oh yeah, and my timing is like totally off now. Yeah, because now, yeah, I still don't have anything available. Oh, and he got the heal off. No. Okay, one more try. That's a mulligan. I just started bad. Promise this is the last one though. Promise, promise. I can't kick the heal if I kick the spit. I have to train myself to run away so I can charge off the dot when it's applied. Yeah, that's the thing. You just need to use a different movement speed immunity to disable or to dispel the dot and just only kick the heal. Because that's the only thing you can do about the heal. You have to kick it. So I'll just do a boring ass pull. Right? Nice chill pull. And then when that thing pops up, then I'll get nasty. Damn. Come on, get good. Oh, not enough. Wow, still not enough. Dude, you suck. You know what would help though, man? Oh, that one trinket. There's a trinket that drops off of the last boss in the raid, where it's like a I forget how long of a cooldown it is, but it does like tremendous damage. It's crazy. Ooh. Yeah, I got no chance. I fucked something up here. What did I fuck up on? Wrong divine toll thing. Oh, I definitely needed that one. Yeah. I'm done though. I could probably kill it. If I don't. if I talent correctly and all that. Mad Queen's Mandate, yeah, that thing's dope. I forget what the cooldown is on that thing. I don't think it's not short enough. I don't think. Actually, I think you take some of the cooldown off if you one-shot it. But I think it's still a minute, and that's too long. Mad Queen, there we go. Yeah, so it's 1 minute, which is a bit short. Oh, I didn't even have my inmost... Oh, yeah, I totally fucked that up. Yeah. I can do it. Damn, dude. And speaking of, dude got a Mad Queen of his own. Must be nice. Skill issue? You damn right. Skill at setting up your damn talents correctly. Yeah, I'm sure if I was red, I'd destroy it. She'd get fucked, even with my crap stats. So, oh, if we have the ring, dude. Yeah, with that ring. Heck yeah. Still season 1. So there you go. That'd be the secret. Oh wait, not here. Right here. And then let's see where I'm at. Nope, no Paragon chest. So I think I can go to the... Yeah, let's go to the tournament grounds. Just so I can get this out of the way before I forget. Dream stole your Mad Queen. With how fast gearing is, like, it'll be easy for alts to, you know, we'll end up getting back into heroic on Surek with alts. I don't think it's gonna be so bad, or maybe it won't take too long. All right, quest done. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see, am I missing any appearances here? Let's see. Oh, I am missing hands? Really? Oh, that's cloth shit. No, man. I just want it. Can I just see cloth shit? No, I can't. Well, that's... doo-doo. Well, I have shields, though, so that's cool. And then for this one... what am I missing? I think I'm just missing... excuse me. I think I'm just missing this pet. I have 40... I have not been doing delves. I have 41 of this currency. Undercoins. And, oh, someone asked for a roulette like years ago. Here, let's do a roulette. Hopefully I don't have to teach this nerd threat rotation for another class. It's a paladin. Paladins are like automatic threat. You have to try to not do threat, to not do threat as a paladin. Anyway. Here we go. Oh, well, this is good. This is pretty good. I like this. See, he has a mask on, so you can't see him. Yeah, what a goofball. Alright, any news on the WoW stuff? Nope. Cool. Tyranny or race customization options in the War Within. I didn't see here anything about allied race. I mean, they're probably going to be an allied race, but I didn't see anything about that, did we? Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I think we saw some stuff about story, but nothing about allied race unlocks. Yeah, well. So now from a warrior transmog. Woo woo. Aww. The saddest, loneliest transmog. Oh no. Okay, that was something else. Ensemble. Oh, it didn't even sort its way up here. Alright, cool. I got all the mogs. And I think I got all the other stuff too, so if I talk to this person, yeah, so got that, got that, got that, got that, got that, got that pets, got that toy, and I think everything else here is just like whatever. Okay, so those things are, well, those are just Time Warp badges. So there's nothing to get in now except for badges. Cool. Because I'm like short on stuff. So now I have by the way, I use an add-on called Buy 'em All. That's what lets me like easily like buy a whole bunch of these at once without having to do like manual clicks or hitting a macro or whatever. Very, very easy to use. Of course, I gotta fucking click these manually. It ain't perfect, but it gets the job done. So that gave me whatever the hell 18 times 2 is. 360 badges. Yay! And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do badges for now. Or get these tokens for. Should just buy more Time Warp badges. So it's like each one I get is almost equal to defeating a boss, I think. It's something. It's not bad. Okay, let me drop by my garrison. Let's stop slacking off. Let's earn some shields already, man. I don't know if I can make the shield that I want to make right now. I think I have to like... Yeah, I totally forgot how a lot of this works. Because like I gotta make an upgrade token for it. But then there's like a base shield that I make too. It's been a long time. But first, let's see if I have like enough resources for like anything. Okay, and then can I start more work orders? I have no resources. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. So blacksmitten, and I'm gonna change this guy to Draenor. Okay, so here we go. Steelforged Aegis. So this base one I can make. Oh, actually, I have enough shit to just make it. Awesome. I just need some true iron. But then I also need not a reshaper. I think it was. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think it's one of these. Yeah. Alters the appearance of a weapon crafted. Alters the appearance of armor crafted. Yeah, I gotta... Oh god, I need Savage Blood. Fuck. Oh, I think I can buy it. Okay, I can just buy it. So I can... So, okay, so at least all the things is helping me out with this. So from this, I need the 15 Savage Blood. That gives me the essence that I need. Okay. Okay. We got this. Oh, we gotta go back in, don't we? We gotta go back to the mine. Oh, this takes me back. Anyone still do garrison stuff? Like, my wife did the garrison for years. Like, she did it until Shadowlands, basically. Shadowlands is when she finally, was like winding down, and then she stopped playing because her work was just getting to be too much. But before that, oh man, she was still farming the fuck out of this place so she could make goblin. So she would have me make goblin gliders, and then she would go off and sell them and stuff. And it was money, She was paying for WoW tokens and stuff with it. Like, that shit adds up fast. And I think the Transmog, it does sell too. It's just, you're subject to Transmog selling. That's always a pain in the ass. But now that I'm doing this here with the interact key, oh, this is very chill. This is pretty easy. Oh, I like it. They found the Fell Cycle, and they're actively working on the quest. Oh, Secret Finder people? Nice. Those guys are awesome, dude. Now, don't spoil me, but is it like a legit secret? Like, you gotta do really weird shit to do it? Or is this something that, is designed to be figured out by a normal person who's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go through the quest line and all that stuff? Like, is it, what's the approach there? Because as cool as it is to have like 20,000, 30,000 people in a Discord just slamming through and combing the planet, I want to be able to accomplish these sorts of things for myself too. I think it's hard, but maybe you can figure it out. Okay. Is it like kind of like a trivia thing? Or is it like, oh, if you check the website on this day and looked at this post, you can see the faint image of a thing on the side there, That is kind of fun, though, to discover that sort of stuff. Yeah, maybe that's how I'll spend my day off stream, is I'll go through, I'll get footage of all my own secret finding stuff, and then I'll decide later if I want to put into a video, because I want it to be quick. I just want it to be very, very straightforward. Zero fun. Like, here, you want it, let's help you get it. Here it is. That's how I'm going to approach this one. So some people don't really like that, but then I would say, why did you click the video anyway? I straight up told you what this is. So. All the steps and clues are in game thus far. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So it's not like the crates, is it? It's more like just the secret. It's more like just the quests. Because the quests, those seem straightforward enough that you can figure all that stuff out yourself. It's the crates that I think are like a bit more obscure. You do need the crates. Okay. Because those I'd say are like tougher. I mean, you get like these little clues, but hey, it's something. All right. Yeah. So I'll get to that. You need 6 out of 11 to get the title. Oh, there's 11 crates? Oh, I thought there were. I didn't think there were that many. Holy shit. Cool. Okay, so I need 15 savage blood. Please be cheap. Okay, cool. I'll be like, no. Oh god, I have all my transmog shit. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta rethink this. Oops. Yeah, let's get rid of all that stuff. And then carefully. Let's see, I think I got the savage blood though. So I think I'm okay there. Okay, so 1 true steel essence plus shield. Yeah, make 1 Aegis because I don't have that. And then use this. Oh. Oh, fuck. No. Oh, no, 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 no. That was bad. Okay, so I needed to put this in here. Ew, got it. Okay, I get it now. I'm getting smarter. Oh, and that's the wrong thing. Okay, so steel forged essence is what I need to make. Okay. Well, I fucked up. Okay, so... Okay, that's 1 steel forged thing, but then there's another recipe that I'm missing? Fuck! I gotta learn it. Oh, no. Do I have 5 of whatever the hell that is? Yeah, hold up. So... Secrets of General Blacksmithing. How do I make that again? I think that's just a cast. Something secrets. Yeah, so this secret. Oh, it resets daily. Fuck. Well, how many do I get? I get 1. Oh, man. Okay. Well, now that I know I fucked up, I've learned. So... okay, that doesn't do anything, whatever. So I need an impressive steel forge and a remarkable steel forge. So I have 1 recipe. Wait, so I can at least make 1 now. Yeah, I just need 1 remarkable steel forged essence. So I just need some fell blight. Hopefully that's not more expensive. Oh, oh, dude, that's yeah, that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna go through my true iron, but I need to make another shield, so I need enough stuff to make. I need 20 true iron. I'll just buy it. That's cheap enough. Okay, so let's not fuck this up. So, remarkable or impressive. So, I'm missing a requirement. I need an anvil. Shut up. Anvil's right. Fuck's an anvil? How is this not an anvil? Wait, did I run into this issue before? Once upon a time? I think I did. Have I done an 11 delve yet? I haven't done all of them, but yeah, I have. I've done them. Okay, and that has a daily cooldown. So now I'm going to use that and apply this. And now it should be a thing. Cool. And now I have a shield. So that one I do have. That one's just a waste. Maybe I can just try to sell it. And then this one is an appearance. Fuck yeah. How's it look? I forgot how they look. Doesn't show up. Nice. There we go. Okay, yeah, okay, I remember this one now. This was a cool shield. How did I not have this before, though? Yeah. Maybe I was lucky enough at one point to get a heroic shield from the raid at the time, and I did not need to make the shield, and that's why I never ended up making it. That's all I can think of. Yeah. Oh well. As for this stuff, I think I at least want to fill up my work orders. So, 1. Okay, I need more than that. Because I think I have enough to make everything I want to make. I just want to be paranoid about it. So 35 times 5 is... 35 times 5 is 150 plus 25, which is 175, I think. Yeah. 175 true iron ore. Let's see if I got my math right or not. No. Yes. Yeah, let's go with that. And if I'm wrong, may I burn in righteous fire. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to... Not you either. Oh. You're inside them. There we go. Hey, my math was right. Cool. Good for me. Okay, so what was LVD saying? Feels like the mobs in there scaling aren't right. The mob hits like a truck, and trying to complete an 11 delve without dying to get an achievement is a tall order. My tip, if you want to go... So when I did the Immortal achievement, I did this. I did it at the same time I completed my first 11. I wanted to like feel proud of myself. I went to Fungal Folly. Fungal Folly is a very, in my opinion, a very, very easy delve to clear. And when it comes to like fighting mobs, you're not exactly fighting mobs. You're turning the terrain against those mobs. So it's going to take a little. It's going to take a little bit to learn, because you got to learn how to effectively kite mobs into the explodey parts and get them to blow the heck up, because that's always fun. If you can pull that off, then you'll get your immortal thing pretty easily. Because the last boss, it's not very hard either. You just need to make sure you don't get caught up in the boss AoE, and you'll eventually kill it. That's it. Okay, so I got one new shield. Is there anything else that I can work towards and obtain? Actually, is there a Legion invasion thing going on right now? That's always hard to keep track of for me. So there is. I got 2 hours, and we're going to Val Shara. Let's go. So people are saying that the warrior in the player housing teaser is a human. I totally don't think it's a human. It 100% looks like a blood elf. Yeah, I don't buy it. Hold on. We're gonna look. Where's the teaser at? So, wow. Playback is always weird on this thing. Okay, so there's the dude's mouth, all right? We're gonna look for this mouth in game. What is this barber shop? Like everything about, like, I know blood elves, man. I know my blood elf. Okay, so it's dark, so we're not gonna get it exactly right. All right, so we're gonna. It's clean. Line creases are definitely not that. No. 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 Not that one. It could be this one, but let's look at the others. So, let me show y'all. All right. Okay. So I can do mouse overs here. So, yeah, that one's too old. That one is also too old. That one's a bit too... Actually, it might be this one. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's that one. It's just that the face, the facial animations, of course, are different. But I'm pretty convinced it's... Oh, well, the lines aren't as defining there. One more pass. Well, it could be that one, too. Fuck. Thing is, it's not human. Like, this is way too close to like, not be that. Yeah, I don't think it's that one. I'm still gonna kind of go with this one. Slightly gaunt. I'm like, I can't zoom in any further on the smile there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. Let's change the eyes to like something else. Let's go with these this time around. You thought it was no? I'm pretty sure because like the big thing for me was noticing the gait, the way the dude walked. So, okay, actually, I think that looks like a custom thing, but it's mostly the waist. Like, that is not a human waist. That boy is thin. Yeah, I gotta do it from the start because the video quality gets all funny. So, yeah, like that screams blood off to me. Actually, here's another thing. What feet are those? Is that really from the Might set? Yeah, is that from it? Yeah, let me see. Since I'm here, duh. Sets, warrior. Oh, wrath. Yeah, I think that's it. It just looks odd because of the light. I guess the lighting makes, made the purple, the violet look not violet. But yeah. But yeah, like here it is. Here is a blood elf person wearing wrath, and that, yeah, that kind of screams it. Yeah. Looks petite to me. Now, meanwhile, let's look at a human. Can I easily change to a human? Yes. Yes, I can. Only the face screams human? Let's take a look. I have a human. Like I said, doing this deep dive into housing, it was fun. It was fun. The fun part was when I was going through and looking at like the comparisons of scaling. To me, that was like the most eye-opening thing about looking at housing and just how WoW's approach to the size and scaling of things. It's very different depending on what kind of content that you're doing. So like when it comes to just like kind of the ambient stuff, like things are just massive. Things are huge. Like this is a human. Yeah, I'm on a human character. Default, very popular race, but we're in this house where everything is just comically large, even for this cool Tyrant. Even for this cool Tyrant, like these things are high, but it just kind of, the way it superimposes everything on, when you're on a smaller race like a human, it's hella funny. Like I feel like a goblin. And yet there's like this tiny chair, which is like, okay, cool, I fit here just fine. But then everything else is just like stupid big. Anyway, let me find, actually, can I just use the Dalaran thing too? That'll be easier, because I don't know my way around this place. Cool. Human model is way too Chris Bumstead and not enough Tom Holland to be the guy in the housing trailer. Okay, so let's first pull up the model, okay? Some appearances. Oh, I need to turn on some add-ons. Okay. Oh, did that not work? Blizz move. Load add-ons. Okay. So, warrior, wrath. Yeah, this dude is thick by comparison, man. Like look at them. Look at these childbearing hips right here. Like this is fat here, right? And then we go back here. Oh yeah, I gotta start from the beginning again. Yeah, that like look how petite that is compared to the thickness that is man. Humans always seem awkwardly proportioned and wild to me. Oh yeah, definitely. They have like that whole that Greek god kind of thing to them, like where their hands are just massive. I mean, same thing with most every race. Their hands and stuff are huge because they got to hold on to the weapons, and that's just easier to animate, I imagine. But yeah, 100%. This is a this is a blood up. But let's look at the facial details again, just in case, just so we cover all our bases. Okay. So let's take away the beard. Let's take away all the beard. How do I do that? Mustache, none. Sideburns. They get sideburns too? Sheesh. Must be. They have 36 faces. What the fuck? Blood Elves have like 11. Okay, there's clearly some injustice going on here. Okay, so let's try again and try to get this face. Okay. So let's see if we can get these defining lines. I mean, if it does happen to be like a human face on top of it, like that'd be pretty wild. But what I'm looking for mostly are those very defining creases on the cheeks. It's just that I have a lot to go through. Yeah, you got some old looking dudes. Damn. Oh, that's why, because pigmentation. Got it. Okay, so that's not so bad. So they're like everyone else. I don't feel as jealous anymore. But I'm not seeing anything with these lines at all. Like, there's kind of that, but not really. Oh, dude, they have a face with a scar. They need to have that as a separate toggle, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm totally not seeing the same kind of crease. You know, I remember this is like this is a pre-render, so that's like it's imposed very differently. I'm like 107% convinced now. This is an elf. Yeah, more than anything, that waistline it just makes it way obvious. So the problem though, the face looks so human. It looks very close to how Variant was portrayed in the Legion cinematics. I mean, you look at what's his name, Lorthamar. Lorthamar is very, you know, he has a kind of a square chin, I think. Yeah, I'll get back on my main and I'll show you. Feature Arathi customizations, he blood off model human face. That'd be kind of cool too. You know, like it's just a question of body type, right? If you want to have, you know, you know, a slightly larger frame, like what human has, cool. If you want it to have a thinner frame, then it's gonna look like a blood elf. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Like I've long been a proponent of having, you know, if humans want to use the Kultiran model, if Kultirans want to use the original human model, they should be able to do that because they're all human. They're just from different places. So to me, it's weird that, those humans have such a different and distinctive look, and it's not even written in lore. It's not consistent that, oh, all of their body types are like that, because you have Jaina, you have Flynn, whatever his last name is, shit, Fairwind. You have folks like him that aren't shaped like other Kulturians, like playable Kulturians. So, yeah. Sylvanas Transmog looks hideous on my female human hunter. I'm waiting for Nathanos Transmog, man. I know that Sylvanas Transmog, that's been a thing, but I want Nathanos appearances. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool, man. Where's the long ear from the shadow? It's like hair. You're not gonna see all the details there. But you're right. It could be a thinner human. They just happen to walk like a blood elf and whatever. But then, going with what we know, that's what I see. I see a blood elf model. Boom. Now imagine if it's like a pink-skinned night elf. Surprise! That would be different. Yeah, I agree. If they added, though, it should be listed on creation screen as Kulturian with Stormwind diet. I don't know if diet is the word that I use, but it's just different body type. They could call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I think they should have stuff like that. That'd be awesome. Okay, what was I doing again? Invasion. Oh, I'm not gonna get it done in 14 minutes, man. Nope. All right, hold up. Who says you can't AFK and fly at the same time, dude? Easy. Okay, let's see if I can be a little bit faster than I was last time. Before, I kind of took a while. 13 minutes is kind of pushing it, though. But we'll see. Am I ending stream in 14 minutes? That's kind of the plan, yeah. I got lunch stuff and all that going on. Silly other things like work. But I do plan on doing the secret findings, not secret, the guest relation stuff. That's going to be done hopefully throughout the day today. And I am in the wrong spot. I need to climb a little higher. But you just got here. I do stream at same time every day. Y'all can catch me. I know sometimes some of you folks are like on lunch breaks, or you might be watching your other favorite creator person. That's always cool. That's all good. I think I do these too. Oh yeah. Man, it's been a while. So there too, huh? Okay. And now I think there's one dude to fight. Don't blame me for having a doctor's appointment. Oh, damn doctors. How dare they? Okay, so I need to do 4. Oh boy. 4 and do Blackrook Hold? Eeh. Okay, mischief person. Okay, this I should be able to get this done in just a few minutes. But as for the whole thing, doubt it. Oh, the things I do for a shield, man. And I need to kill other dudes too, okay? Cool. Now to just get out of combat somehow. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I remember back in Legion days, like, when world quests were just new. Wow, man, I farmed the fuck out of this. Because it was just like the new thing. This was the new paradigm. And it's not like I've gotten tired of it. I feel like I tend to pace myself pretty well. Or you know, control myself. But still, ugh. Okay, can I hit a bunch of shit here? I can hit some. No, that's not it. I think I gotta find just one that's pretty isolated and open. So like I think this one. Nope, not that one. Yeah, I thought there was like a good one where like I was able to hit hella shit. Oh, whatever. Can hit all y'all, right? Okay. Oh, maybe these randomly spawn. That's why. So like that's all those, and I think I gotta. I guess I gotta go elsewhere. Well, this works too. So I have hammer spec up. I still have hammer spec going. All right. Reach it. And then which one's easier? I don't know. Let's go with this one. Waters cleansed. I remember doing this one a lot, so I think it's because it was the easier one. I'd be perfectly happy to never do another world quest again. Yeah, I mean, what would I do otherwise then? You know, I would just be doing some other different grind. To me, honestly, my favorite quests are fill up the bars. Easily. Like, it irritates me when I have to do a very specific task, and that specific task is bottlenecked by anything. That pisses me off. It's like, oh, I gotta kill a certain mob 10 times? Fuck, great. Sure. You know, and then I gotta wait for it to spawn. I gotta wait for, you know, I gotta get the tag and yada, yada, yada. That is obnoxious to me. But when it's fill up the bar, I'm like, oh, I can do world quest to do it. I can do a dungeon to do it. I can do a delve to do it. Oh, that's the best. Like, if the game wants me to do things, hey, that's the game telling me to do things. That's the nature of it. But how they present that and how they set up goals and stuff, like, to me, that's it's important. Like, I remember Shadowlands World Quest to be frustrating because you had all these specific things to do. and they were like multi-stage as well. Like I remember doing a lot of Bastion, and you had to like kill certain mobs to get like pages or something like that. I forget, pages or books or something. And then once that was done, and you farm up, you kill certain mobs and you collect pages, then you got to go and you got to have some Kyrian carry you around while you're placing these things, and then you're finally done. I'm like, oh, this is weird. So it depends to me on the kind of world quest that I'm asking to do. You know, doing this by myself with no one else in my way, it's just a series of like just kind of going from point A, B, C. Oh, this is easy. This is cool. I don't mind this. Because it's very trivial at this point. But the fact of the matter is, if they were to try to deliver to us like some crazy, insane experience that's like arguably fun, fun always wears itself out in the end. No, I'm not trying to disagree with you or anything like that. But there's a lot of little facets to it and all that too. So I finished this one. I have 5 minutes. That is totally not enough time. And that's the wrong spot. Okay, so what do I do? Send me to the ramparts. Okay. By the way, Heathen, hello. Also to Cosmic DK. I don't think I thanked you. Appreciate it. Okay, so this time I know I need to like kill all these things first. Yeah, I remember how I would just, you know, try to mass pull everything here and... $96. Come on, baby. Boop. Now I can go up. And now something. I think this is where the Pit Lord comes out. Like, hello! Oh, I was wrong. Nope, I was right. Roar. Roar. Boop, boop, boop. 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. Alright, so how long will it take for a queue now? Last time I was lucky. I got in like less than a minute. Whee! But what now? Now what's going to be like? I really feel like this should be solo queuable at this point, right? Like, hook me up. Help me out, dude. Give me like a... Okay, there is a person there. So maybe I would go in with that person too. But I'd love to be able to queue for a scenario with followers or by myself, you know. Sadness. All right. Yeah, no, it should be. Oh well. So we're gonna wrap things up. Before that, though, I do want to remind you folks one more time that we're partnering up with Factor. There is a 50% off promo if you want to order like these very cool pre-fixed meals for you. Easy to heat up, easy to have. And again, it's 50% off your first box if you're a new customer, free shipping as well. So I encourage you folks to try it out. It does help me, but it's more important. I'm just trying to, show you guys or offer you guys like an actual deal. They're actually pretty affordable meals if you take advantage of this promo. And I'd appreciate it if you were to try it out. We're at 0 right now, but hey, that's okay. Do what you do. And that's it. So off I go. I want to wish you folks well. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time.